I don't fancy going live at all with character creating. It's like so depressing. Hi everybody! Welcome to a wonderful character creation session for the next D&D thing. Whoops, that's the wrong screen.
Whoops. Also, not playing D&D.
No, different game.
Different game.
Different game entirely.
That.
Yeah.
We are character creating for something entirely different, which should be fun.
Now for something completely different.
And
Look,
now,
I'm just excited to start the game with everybody else. So we all start the same level rather than me jumping in. With two characters, honestly.
yeah, to be fair, you've basically played two characters in Sleeping Giants. Yeah, that's fair. You're right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Well,
So yeah,
congrats, Ray.
for everybody listening on I guess Just Rivals stream.
I'm still dedicated. Playing injured as well.
Yes.
Yes,
Put him back in,
yes.
coach. It's fine.
We're doing this today because one of us has to go early, and since we're so close to the end or our major character arc stuff, we're just going to go ahead and do character generation for the game that's going to happen after we finish Sleeping Giants. And there was a vote. It was a heated contest that at no point was
fixed.
close.
Was fixed.
There was no point where it was close. The results were never close.
Fixed.
And what won there from these guys' votes? They
Fixed.
voted for this.
Fixed.
Was Urban Jungle,
Fixed.
which is according to the rule book is anthropomorphic noir roleplay. So this is the book. I made sure to buy an actual edition of this so that we have physical copies, and we're not
And
just
because
using.
It's pretty.
It
Yeah, it
is
is.
very pretty.
Yeah.
It is. The artwork is very nice.
I mean, listen, rival. Just because we're not running around in mechs, maybe next. Mechs. Mechs are cool. Maybe next time. Okay.
No, because now you'll all just stack against me just so we don't do it.
Oh no, I'd be totally up playing.
Well,
mech.
I mean,
That'd be fun.
technically, Lancer was the number 2.
Yeah, the answer was
so-
number 2. So yeah.
Yeah. So
I
if
still
Free
don't
League doesn't
understand
get
the
back
scoring
to
system.
us, yeah, if Free League doesn't get back to us about Twilight 2000, we may not go forward with the game if they don't say, "Hey, all this work you're doing for the supplement, it's okay," or "Hey, don't do that." Like, I kind of need to go ahead. Either or would be nice there.
Yeah.
Free League email.
Hello, last
so
warship.
yeah.
You know my-
Thank you for joining
you know my
us,
business.
buddy.
You know my business email. Please use it.
Yes. But yeah, so this is a game where it's set in the United States. I mean, you probably said it anywhere. Basically, it's set in like the jazz age, I guess you could call it.
Prohibition era.
Prohibition.
Prohibition would
yeah,
be the name.
I mean,
of
that's where it starts, but it has the capability. You can play all the way up to post-war because it has history for each setting city up
it's
to the
basically
50s.
it's late modern. It's the
Yeah.
late modern age.
It's Atomic Era America.
Well, no.
Yeah, well,
Pre
No.
and post atomic era, I guess.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
interwar to post interwar to atomic atomic, we'll say that because it starts in the 20s.
there is a name for that period.
There is. That's why I think
I'm
jazz
pretty
age,
sure-
but I think that's just the 20s but the
Hey,
roaring
listen,
20s is also a thing.
y'all like jazz?
Either way,
I know I do.
I do like jazz. I do
Jazz is
like
pretty
jazz.
good.
Yeah. But for specifics, and so all of you have a context. So what is it, Midge?
But it's just like it doesn't have a name.
Well, yeah, because it's like multiple eras. It's like the
Yeah, it's the new
you
era
got the
into
you got the
World War
roaring
II.
you got the roaring 20s. You got the Great Depression. You got like the immediate. You got World War II, post-war. Yeah, so it's a lot.
You got the Cold
So-
War bit there in the middle.
Yeah, you got a little bit of that. But yeah, that's what we're playing. That specifically, we're going to be playing in the setting we're going to be playing is 1927. It's labeled in the book as Ticonderoga, which is essentially a mix between St. Louis, Chicago and Detroit, basically the Great Lakes / Midwestern kind of region, which is a lot of various areas, but that's where we're going to be setting the campaign.
I can do none of
1927.
those accents. You'll be all happy to
Well,
hear.
hey, the good thing is that it's America. So this is America just after the imposition of immigration quotas. So there's probably a crap load of people who are first generation immigrants if you really wanted to. So
Yeah.
that, and it's also near the border with Canada, so you can definitely have people that have gotten in
I've got an
through
idea.
multiple means. Yeah. So
Red has
But-
ideas.
but for
Just everybody
reference-
start speaking a Fargo accent.
for reference, if you want to know like topical things that you might have an idea, might give you an idea for your character's background. Recently, within 1927, you have the Irish independence, Irish Civil War. You have the Russian Civil War having kind of starting to peter out. You've got the dissolution of the Austro-Hungarian Empire having happened. The technically the German Civil War was like a while ago, but it's still like there's a crap load of just various organizations fighting each other in Germany, and you got the post-war major empires as well who are just kind of riding high with their colonial possessions. So all those things like outside of the United States having happened, and in the United States in 1927, it's been about I think 7 years of prohibition so far.
And they wondered why they had the Big Depression afterwards.
Because nobody could cure the depression with heavy doses of apple juice.
But
It just
but yeah,
they worried
prohibition outlawed the production, sale, or consumption of alcohol, with the only exception being religious uses. So
about it. And lots of people got religion in speakeasies.
Yep.
yeah, actually,
got all the
funny
religion.
story.
So that was
The
one
amount
of the roots
of
for booze, wasn't it? It was that was one of the mafia roots for booze. Was the claim it was sacramental wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually no, because there's a reason that the United States doesn't really have a big wine industry that's got like deep roots, even though we have some decent country for growing wine, like grapes.
Like
is
California,
because-
for example.
Is because wine was kind of cast aside for heavier alcohol, so distilled spirits became more popular, and that's like moonshining,
Bathtub
gin
gin.
running, things like that. Yeah, things like that. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. And yeah, funny thing, rabbis became a lot more common in the United States because they could get sacrificial wine. Or
Sacrificial.
Sacramental.
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 Sorry. I've been
Okay.
sacrificial. Yeah.
Abraham and Isaac would
Someone
like to know your location.
Someone click
supposed
that
to-
shit.
It's
Well, to be
supposed
fair,
to.
in the Catholic
supposed to be
faith,
blood.
It is sacrificial wine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You are
Sacramental
consuming
wine.
the flesh, the
Yeah,
literal flesh and blood of,
Yeah.
of Christ when
Yeah.
you take Catholic mass.
All I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
that-
is that's a
that's
touch suspect.
But
there.
yeah,
that's all I'm gonna
yeah,
say.
but yeah, that was actually a thing. For some reason, just a whole lot more rabbis became a thing pretty soon after that amendment went through. But yeah, that's kind of the thing going on. If you need to know any specifics
Wasn't it
about
medicine as well? Medicinal?
very, very not like that was not common. Like it was, you had to be like, I think I know Winston Churchill on his visit got a doctor's note that said he must have alcohol.
Well, yeah, because he's
Daily.
an alcoholic.
Fetch me a cigar and a large glass
Yeah.
of brandy.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a thing
I get that
because
reference.
prohibition. Yeah,
Thank you.
because prohibition happened. Organized crime became much more of a thing in major cities throughout the whole United States, not just in Chicago, where you always assume it's at. Actually, Chicago. The reason why Chicago was a big organized crime city was because it's the crossroads city. Same thing with St. Louis because it's on the Mississippi, so it gets a lot of things on the river.
Yeah.
So that's where we're kind of set. And yeah, for everybody listening, we're going to be doing character generation and maybe backstories and stuff like that today, or seeing if any of the players know each other. Don't expect this game to happen like quickly, like after this. We're making the characters now early just so we can make art or get art commissioned So we have that going. We hit the ground running with actual like professional artwork or semi-professional artwork when we start this. But yeah, let's get to that. So, the game is a dice pool system. So what that means is your stats aren't just a bonus to a standardized die. Like it's not just a d20 that you're rolling with plus or minus, a number. You're going to have different dice you're rolling depending on what stat things are associated with. So you should have, I believe, I think you should have 4 common traits that everybody has, and 3 unique traits that that will be different for everybody. The 4 common one is body, mind, speed, and will, and the unique traits which you'll be picking are the ones based on your species, career, and type. Oh yeah, also everybody's anthropomorphic animals in this setting.
Small detail.
Small detail.
Small
detail.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. But yeah, your species, your type, and career will also have their own. Will be unique. So the thing we need to do first is you're going to have a selection of stats. So you're going to have, let's see here. You're going to have 2 traits that you're going to want to have your best. So of the ones you currently have in your common traits list, if you want any of those to be your best, they're D8s. That's like the best you can have starting. I think it goes up to D12. This is the highest die that's available in the game, but D8s are the best starting. So the way you do this is you can I'm pretty sure I should probably make my own example sheet so I can follow along with you guys. Instead of just looking at Mikey's.
Hi.
Claimed by nobody.
Also, I appreciate the fact that Rival's name is Bite Me.
Yes. Yeah. So the way you do that is you will drag and drop a die onto the 0 of the stat, and that's what die will be rolled.
Oh.
So there's no rolling of die. That's boring.
Not right now. No, not right now. Because you're picking stats. This is like more of a selection thing. There's not as random because you're making your character. The way the game presents the character creation, it says to pick your stats first, or your stats, but you don't know 3 of them right now. So let's do those first, so that you have a full idea of what your traits are going to be before you start picking what die you're going to put them in. So let me actually get my glasses. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is you want to pick your species. You have a large selection in the book to pick from.
Yep.
And right now, just pick your species. Don't worry about the skills and gifts that are associated with that. We'll put those in later.
So I'm going to be going with dog.
Panther.
Okay. All right.
Wabbit.
I have no idea yet. There's a lot of options, so I'm
Panther.
gonna hang
Wabbit.
back.
So we have a dog, a panther, and a rabbit. So far.
Ooh, what are you doing, Utari?
I'm looking at the sidebar thing to add in the things so I can find the things.
Oh, he's doing the whole like bookmark thing in the PDF
Yeah.
viewer, I assume.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm in Fantasy Grounds trying to add the sidebars. Where's the PDF thing?
It's in
Oh.
the group.
Yeah, the
I
rule
will
book, Utari.
repost the link 'cause
Did
it's
it?
way up the
Yeah,
side.
I may have missed. Yeah, that's why I missed it. Like the back scroll. Like I just do not have the time to check my Discord that often.
I've just put it in.
I should just send you things directly sometimes.
Yeah, it would be better if you send it directly because I will look at that channel and see so much back scroll whilst I'm at work. Thank you.
You're just like, nah, I ain't got time. I ain't
The
got time.
interesting
No,
This
not
bit
while
starts
I'm
at page
like
18.
100 foot up in the air.
Good point. Yes, that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair excuse.
You know,
You
with
sure
no
about
handrail
that,
hooked on,
Yeah.
dangling by my nutsack.
By the way, does everybody like the theme for the game, the gothic theme? Or is
Yeah, I like
or is
it. It's
I
good.
like it.
Okay.
I would just prefer it if it was a bit more mechy.
Maybe next time. Listen, we can get you a mech in this game somehow. We'll figure it out.
No, we can't.
See? Told you.
I tried.
not-
I tried, rival. What more can I do for you? I tried, buddy.
Not a thing.
We can get you a minigun.
That's true.
Really wouldn't work with my character.
Well, actually, no.
I have
It'd
in
be a
mind.
Vickers, wouldn't it? Like it would be like a Vickers
Yeah.
would be like the most equivalent thing, I think.
It's a brain gun.
But yeah, when you pick your species, you can label that in your on your character sheet. There should be a species section in your unique traits. So just like species, whatever, just fill that in.
Species, fuckboy.
Alright. Okay, so hang on. Anto, Draken Warlord. So who's playing as the bootlegger? Medicinal uses
My
were
vote.
also legal. Nebraska is actually good for grape. Couple in parts of it. So who works for Scarface? So is D&D
That
down
would be
on
me.
fantasy grounds
I
or
work
something?
for Scarface.
What
I work for
game
Scarface.
system are you guys using? It's just all the questions because I've been paying attention to you lot for some strange reason.
I'll
That's
open
fair.
up your. I'll open it up. I'll open up your stream so I can help with
Yeah,
managing
that's probably
things.
a good idea.
That's
This is
a
where
yeah.
Roach's internet is about to die in 5, 4,
Four,
3.
three.
Well, I'm not gonna have the
Two.
stream going. I'm just gonna have the chat on. God damn it.
Okay.
Oh, what it?
D&D will be coming back. It's just Mikey's not going to be able to stay for the whole stream. So because we're so
Yeah,
close
and we
to
were
the
already
end.
planning. We were already planning having a bye week for this because
Yeah.
we want to have extra time for an artist to make this, to make the art for this.
So we're doing the character creation this week, and then we'll be back with D&D next week.
Hopefully by
yeah.
then, Rival's hand will be better.
No.
I really
Have you
hope
found out what's
so.
wrong with it?
Yeah, I've damaged the ligaments in my wrist.
Oh, fake. Ow, man. Damn, that's
So I am out of
commission for a
Repeat.
while.
repeated mouse clicking with this hand and actually moving it in any kind of meaningful direction for about 4 or 5 weeks.
Ooh.
I'm
4 or 5
gonna
weeks.
need probably handheld it through this.
That's alright.
Okay.
I've got Red to do that
So
for me as well.
overwhelmed.
So, as I said, while you were here, Otari, I'll go through it again.
I know.
That's the
but
last.
I'm just,
That's
I'm
the last
very
shade. That's the
overwhelmed.
last shade. I got it. That's the last shade. Okay, what are you having trouble with? Is it everything? Is it just everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
all
just
right.
a lot of information overload.
So the first thing you need to do is pick your species.
Okay, I have.
Okay. What did you pick?
Fox.
Fox. Okay.
I'm
On
going to be
your
a
character
wily British fox patriot.
All right.
On
On your-
sorry.
Expat. Okay. On your character sheet, there is on the main tab of your character sheet, you'll see in the unique traits section. There's one that's labeled species. Put in fox there so that you know that what you've picked. Okay.
Okay.
Midge, you already you figure out what you want to do? Or
Nope. I have got a spreadsheet here with options.
Okay. We'll move on.
There's a
and we'll
reason I
just-
didn't want to stream this. I am going to
Yeah.
be just sat here reading.
We'll move on. Midge, you can catch up. I trust you.
I wouldn't.
You sure about that?
Well, I'll help you. It doesn't matter when it comes up to it. Okay, so after we've picked species, the next thing we're going to want to pick is your type. The type essentially is your like a good, how do I explain it? Your type is not necessarily your personality, but it kind of it could be considered that. Like it's more
Your ideology.
Yeah, not really either. Even because like it's things like your
It's your,
boss,
it's
or
your
you're an
background.
authority, you're a
Your
hard-boiled kind of thing. Like,
It's
Sort of. Yeah.
yeah, hard-boiled is
yeah,
an actual
thing.
Oh.
is an
Yeah.
actual choice.
Hard-boiled is a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
probably
Realised
picking
I
hard
didn't
boiled.
set up my stream at all. So
But look through it.
YouTube is not working right now.
Look through it. And for everybody on the stream,
So
but look through it.
YouTube
'cause
is
it
not
still
working.
going, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's still going.
Oops.
Okay.
Whoopsie daisy.
Sorry, YouTube. I've just realised I forgot to set the stream up.
All right. What am I gonna be?
I'm going to be.
I mean,
I'm going to be whatever's going to be the closest thing to a tea leaf.
well, give it a read.
I'm so sorry.
They're basically, just so you know, your trait or your type will give you skills that you can, I think you
What's
can use
Empire of
better is
Sin?
the thing.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm opening the game of
Yeah.
Empire of Sin in the background just for the music.
That's a point species thing. I need to add in the species thing, don't I?
No, we're just picking it for right now. We're just picking it for right now.
Okay,
Just-
okay. All right.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
just.
yeah.
All right.
Because the first steps, you kind of need to know these 3 things before you can effectively assign your dice that you're going to be assigning.
Okay,
just-
so after reading
Crooked.
through,
There we go. I'm gonna be a right cockney geezer.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
con artist is one as well. Later,
yeah,
with
con
the
artist is
careers.
there.
Yeah.
You could also be sultry. You
Oh,
could be a
crooked is con artist. That's what crook con artist is like in the first sentence of the crook trait.
Hmm.
Oh,
I mean, some of them
Con
have
artist
crossover.
is the job.
Yeah.
and then there's actually a con artist. I think that might be the career section though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
is
career
in the
section
careers.
has
That's
the
what
con
I
Yeah,
artist.
that's
said.
career.
No,
Yeah,
this
that's
is type, not career. It's different things apparently.
I know.
Yeah, I'm in type at the minute. Now I'm going into career.
Okay, yeah.
Alright,
Now
so-
after
Guys are
you've
missing my
I'm a
point.
thief.
after
Hard-boiled.
you've picked your type, you move on to career, and you'll pick some things. Now the thing also about career is you'll get some with your type. You'll also get some gear that you'll need to put in later, as well as your career. You'll get some extra gear as well. Like I think there's a good number
Okay,
of
so we're,
these
we're just
careers.
selecting at the minute, and we'll go back later to
Yeah,
put all the
but keep
things
in
Right.
mind of those if you're picking,
Yeah, yeah.
just so you can kind of like keep that in mind. And when it says the skills associated with these, it essentially means when you're going to assign a dice to them, those are going to be what you're going to be rolling with this. So we'll get into it specifically. It's hard to explain it in just kind of without having a board behind me.
Mhm. I'm also going to.
It's not a
plug-
hard system. It's just different. It's different than
Yeah.
what we're used to. So it's
Yeah,
hard
it's
to kind
throwing
of
me for a
explain.
loop. That's what it is.
It
It's
reminds me
throwing
a lot
for
of.
loop.
I've played
I'm-
systems similar to this
I'm
before
confused.
in like Savage Rifts and Savage
Yeah.
What,
Worlds,
it
but
confused?
like
Yeah.
it is a bit of
It
a
runs
loop if
like
you
Star
haven't
Trek.
Give
before.
me D100 and D20. I'm just fine.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it
This
runs like the
sort
Star
of-
Trek system,
yeah.
doesn't it?
A little bit
No.
like that, yeah. I think.
Depends on
It
what
depends.
Star Trek is.
Yeah, it depends on the Star Trek system, but it's definitely
Are
very
you-
similar to Savage Rifts and Worlds because it's
Hmm.
escalating
Yeah.
dice size and all that sort of stuff depending on how
Yeah.
good at things you are.
You having trouble, Rival? You need help? Or
I think they might be talking about the stream, maybe.
no, the stream's alive. Like I'm looking at the stream right now.
I don't know what to tell you, Roach.
Yeah, looks fine. I mean, it
Yeah,
does.
I'm going.
It is just like Dungeons and Dragons Dash Urban Jungle setups. I mean, maybe that's the weird part. But
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I'm going to go with dog is my species, hard boiled is my type, and then soldier is my career.
Okay. I can see Tari has chosen Fox, Crooked Thief as his 3 there, which my limited knowledge of the furry fandom is actually quite on point with how they view foxes.
I mean, that tends to
Sultry-
be like how
Sultry would have
Red
also
Wolf.
been a correct answer.
I have read the Red Wall books. I am knowledgeable on this subject.
Hey, how are you two doing, Red and Rival? Rival Red?
We're getting there.
Getting there? Okay.
Sort of.
Red Rival standing by.
We got 2 thieves in the
Yeah.
party.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. A lucky
Fox and a rabbit.
A lucky rabbit thief. Yeah.
what's your
And-
typings and career? Have you picked yet?
I can see the shipping happening already.
Bonnie and Clyde.
No,
So-
no, I'm not going with
I've
some
got-
English fox.
Oh,
So
and that's
I
a fox and a rabbit. That's very Zootopia as well.
Yeah.
And-
So currently, I've got 3 characters lined out. But I've got 2 more in my head. So I've got the Jazz Panther from before. So he's a famous jazz musician panther. I've got a Porcupine Heart of Gold reporter. I've got a Bear Boss mobster.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Al Fuzzball
I'm-
Capone.
Which wants to play this game 6 times?
Alpha's Paul Capone. God damn it.
I'm just finding a pun in my head and then making a character off of it. That's kind
I mean,
of
that
how
works
it's-
in this system, to be honest.
Oh wait, no, there's a 6th one. Obviously there's the Italian stallion horse.
Yeah.
How many of these are like actual
Characters and not just caricatures.
I still want to do. I've still got the cowardly lion idea, but I'm trying to find a doctor character, and I'm just like, which
There's a
animal works
nurse.
as a doctor? Well, no, there is a doctor, the role as well, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, what animal works as
And
this?
I-
Considering what? Yes, the
And I
only one with the
thinking
opposable
how-
thumbs.
You
I'm
can.
guessing.
Hey, if there's anything that movie
Only
taught
that,
us, you
but-
can be anything.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Not only that, but apes are social creatures that do involve themselves in helping with the wounds of their fellow kin.
I do
Yeah.
quite like the porcupine
So
reporter though.
for reference, because I think everybody but Midge has actually gotten to this part. So when you're assigning your dice, here's how this works.
Uh-oh, I lost
You-
my body.
You can
can
press
add
the
it back in.
green. You can add it. Just type it
Oh,
back in.
thank you very much. I didn't mean to lose my body.
It's fine. So here's what you do. Pick 2 of these traits to put a D8 in. Now they can be the common or the unique ones that you just picked. Essentially, you're assigning what you're gonna roll for that stat.
I have a question.
Okay.
So,
I might have answers.
cool. So, if I was to put a D8 into my species and career, would that mean a D8 for the skills that relate to my species and career?
Yes, and if there's an overlap on those, you get both dice to roll when you roll for that skill.
Ooh.
That's why on the character sheet, which I did send, but the character sheet has has multiple lines for each skill, so that if there's an intersect there, which is kind of a way of it's the one way of min-maxing this system is if you pick overlapping
Yeah.
species, career and stuff like that. So pick
Yeah,
two
'cause, like,
d8s
that's
as your
one of
best.
the things that they mentioned.
Pick 2 d8s as your best. Those so you got 2 stats or because 2 traits that are going to be your best. Those should be d8s.
Oh god, picking my second one is hard. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think I know what my
So,
D4 is going to be.
Utari.
definitely gonna pick thief.
Yeah, what you want to do is when you're doing that, you just
Speed.
pick up a d8 and drag and drop it into the 0, and it'll create
Oh,
the
right.
tree. Yeah. If you
Okay, so I
typed
get to
in
pick
8,
2.
it would be a If you typed in 8, it would just be a +8 to that whatever that was, whatever that roll was gonna be. You don't want that. So yeah, your first one you want, your first 2. That's what you want. You want 2 d8 stats, and those are gonna be your best.
There we go. Speedy thief.
BD Thief. Okay. After you get the 2 d8s down, you need to pick one stat that's going to have a d4. And that's going to be your worst one.
Because foxes are legendary for being not very strong scrappers when cats smaller than them can make them run away.
It's a pragmatic species. It's this pragmatic evolutionary response.
Well, I plan on trying to make a character that wasn't the same as Sesh, but I have a D4 in speed. Here we go.
Hey. But once you pick your worst one with the d4, everything else should have a d6 in it.
To show that that's perfectly average, essentially.
And
Oh,
yeah,
my
the
D8s
game-
went in body and soldier, by the way. I am a wall of meat.
All right. I'm starting to feel like you.
Does that include all the skills at the bottom?
No, not the skills,
Not
just the
skills,
traits.
just
We're
the
just on
traits.
traits.
Okay.
Just the traits, yeah. What you're going to be rolling for the skills are actually going to be affected by what we just put in there, because the skills are associated with certain things.
Ooh.
All
Yes.
right.
Oh,
Skills pull
Alright.
from your main
Use my
6 traits. Sorry, your main 7 traits.
Midge, Dragon Warlord on my channel wants you to be a Ninja Turtle.
Be an Italian turtle.
Called
Be an
Michelangelo.
Italian. Yeah.
Background as a painter.
Yep.
I don't seem to have a D8.
No, actually-
D6 well, I don't.
Historically,
Thank you very much for the answer.
people that go on to being involved with crime or bad things with a background as a painter doesn't tend to go down well. So I'm going to avoid that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I do now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Did you also actually put in the body like trait? It doesn't. It's not labeled on my end.
No, I did.
Okay.
It's got a D6 in there.
All right. It's just not labeled on the main, but I guess
You
because
might want to click out of it, babe. It
I
might
don't want to
pop
click
up.
out of it.
Okay.
Fine, I'll click out of it.
There you go. There you go. Now it doesn't. I gotta keep track of you guys. Okay. So now that we've All right. Now that we've got that. Let's see here. So, your species gave you 3 skills.
Good.
What you're going to do is those 3 skills, you're going to drag whatever die your species die turns out to be onto those skills as well.
Gotcha.
So if you have like a D6 in your species, all the skills that the species section had
Oh
labeled
no! Why did I not? Whoops! I could have put much better
So-
set up there.
So,
So,
for me,
for
then,
example, if you have a bear, you'd have endurance, fighting, and presence, and if you had a D8 in that species trait, you'd put D8 in endurance, fighting, and presence. That's how it works. So,
for me, I have a
Oh, I have
D8 in
D6.
athletics, observation,
Yes,
and
so
tactics.
if you want to be a better panther, then you get a D8 in those.
I don't want to be a better panther. I'm too busy being. Oh, I'm not going to tell anyone.
so then, whatever those skills are in the panther section, you'd put a D6 into
Yes.
those on your sheet.
Because I have a D6 in dog, I have a D6 in athletics,
Evasion,
observation,
fighting,
and
observation.
tactics.
I'm going to guess you've gone with the motorist
Who?
rifle.
No.
No, I see what he's done. If he doesn't want to say it aloud, I'm not gonna spoil it. But I can.
Let me
see
just
it.
pull up his stream real quick.
I mean, I can see it. It's not. Yeah.
So new on the list of concrete jungle ideas is a rich tiger
Urban jungle.
politician.
Oh.
Isn't that just
All right.
Mayor Lionheart from the movie?
You're literally just making Zootopia characters at this point.
Do you want a buffalo police chief as well?
Who's voiced by Idris Elba.
a fat cat as the desk officer.
I just like the idea of
A
being
cheetah.
a corrupt politician.
Yeah, that could work.
All of a sudden, I'm just like thrown back to watching Beastars again, where the big politician dude is a lion, who is also a corrupt politician. So yes, this is a common factor, it seems.
I want to be running for Congress. That's
So
And your whole thing is like,
you'll also have skills that will have come from your type and your career. So do basically the same thing we just did with the species with those two as well. If there's an overlap, as if you have you had the same skill come up for your species and your type, you would put both die down for whatever associated with that. So if you had
endurance.
So I've
Presence.
got observation for being a rabbit and observation for being a thief.
So what you would do is you would put the die for your species and thief on that skill.
Sweet.
Yep. And when we do a check, you'll be rolling both die down, and I think it's threes or successes. Anything above a 3 is a success.
Yeah, if you roll a 4 or more, it's a success.
or fours, yeah, 4. So you
Yeah.
have like a 1 in 4 chance with the D4, but
And
you have
then you
more
do it
as
for
you get
your
higher.
career as well.
Yes.
Yep. So you can min-max the game kind of if you really cross-reference things.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
I have
shooting
seriously
attack-
cross-reference things.
My shooting and tactics are really good. I'm a D6 and a D8 in shooting and tactics.
Oh, you poor, poor child.
I didn't plan on going super hardcore on the min-max.
Neither did I. I just picked the things that
Yeah.
look really cool to go and work together. And it turns out,
And
oh my god, do they
that's-
ever?
Yeah.
That happens.
If
Yeah,
they
that
look
happens,
like they
yeah.
work together, that's why
They
they
will.
designed it that
Yeah.
way.
That's
Yeah.
why Hardboiled and Soldier work really well together.
So,
You could also hardboiled and detective, I think, are pretty good.
Yeah, Hardboiled and Detective are also really good. Yeah.
are we
You could
doing
also,
the
if you
same-
really wanted to, make like a Batman in here. You could make a like a rich,
Anthropomorphic bat.
with a
Bat with a background
Well,
as rich, and they be a masked vigilante. So
Yeah.
they are a literal Batman.
Yeah,
Yep.
you could do it. Yeah, if you
I'm
wanted
Batman.
to. Yeah. That's the thing. There's a lot of leeway in the game. Where is I think the supplement books also add more types and careers and stuff into the game, and I think a few more species as well. So they're actually probably worth it. But that's what you do. Tell me when you've all got your skills like worked out. Wow, Rival! I just saw what you did. My God! Oh my God!
Like I said,
can I
Mikey,
say-
die for a few
I
skills
feel
time.
great for Mikey. Unfortunately, I have a D8 and 2 D6s in 2 of my skills.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cool.
yeah. I mean,
I'm just gonna
you
pull up
could
your stream right now and see which those are.
you could still roll like shit.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's me we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I've got 2 D8s and a D6 in 2 of mine.
Nice girl.
You got a double D. Oh my God! You have a double D8 in multiple things. Oh my
Yeah,
God!
she has double D.
Jesus.
Wow! Wow!
Ow.
That's I suppose.
Ow!
I'm relatively balanced.
Yeah, I'm relatively well balanced. I have like 2 things I'm really good at.
Yeah, you're fine. See, here's the thing. Utara. You've got more spread, which is good because that means you're not
Yeah.
going to be rolling like a base die for like certain skills. So you're
You're not gonna
Yeah, it's a
re-rolling a
difference.
D4 for a load of things.
not
'cause
super
you're
specialized like 2 other
Yeah.
people are.
I have
Yeah,
a
I'm not
very
super
specific set of
specialized.
skills.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing.
Hey, Liam.
This requires some explanation. Okay, so just listen while I go over this. So there are 2 other things that you get from the choices you made: gifts and soaks. Okay. So a gift is like essentially there's a whole section on them. It's essentially something extra, like it's a bonus that you get for
Like a
things
feat.
like a feat, yeah. So like a rhinoceros gets like brawling or choice. They can put they put brawling down, and that's like so they're better at fighting as a thing, and that's what gifts are. They make you better at certain things, and you can also say like coward, which is a thing. It's actually a good gift because that means you can be panic. You can take the panic trait in combat, and basically you won't get damaged. Like it's very good. You can kind of play into that. But there's a lot of those kinds of things. And I think let's just double check here. You get 2 gifts from those choices.
So you can choose either both of the
you
gifts
get-
from your species, or mix it up,
find
I
the-
guess.
No, you take both. You take
Oh,
both.
you take both. Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, some of them are instantaneous and they're not as good. Some of them are like they have certain cooldowns. So keep that in mind and mark it down somehow. If you want to just like label it or you want to keep it a note in the note section, etc. But you write down those gifts. There's like a section for your gifts down there. You get 2 gifts, I'm pretty sure is all you get. No, you'll have 3 gifts in
Plus
total.
the
'cause you'll get,
plus from your type and your career as well.
yeah, you'll get 3 gifts. You'll get 3 gifts.
It was
Or
4
no,
gifts, it says.
No,
2 gifts down.
you get 2 from your species. I'm pretty sure I got 2
I think
off
you
of
can get-
my type. No,
I think you
two
get 5.
two off my type. Two off of my career,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and 1 off of my type. Plus, you get 1. I got 1 soak.
Yeah, I think you get just write down what you have from your choice. I'm looking just to double check that there aren't.
Yeah, because I followed along the thing. Because let me have a look. Thief gives you 2. Yeah, thief gives you 2 gifts. Alone.
Yeah, 2 from your species.
Yep.
Your
2
type
from
can give
your
you
career.
1 or 2 soaks. Actually, you can get 2 soaks
Yeah.
from some of them.
Yeah, it depends
And-
on what your type
And
is.
it might
what
also
get
give you a
there.
gift. It might also give you that. And your career gives you 2 more gifts. So write down your gifts in your section, whatever they are. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to explain. Soaks are a thing for combat and damage. Essentially, if by the end of damage you have received, if 1 point of damage has not been negated by somehow, that you're down, you're unconscious, essentially.
No.
So soaks are things that'll be used on how to like soak up damage or soak up things in combat, so you can get like a good example. What's a good example of a soak?
You can just use your body. Usually, is one of the things
Well,
everybody can do.
Well, you go through it. Like you take every soak you have, you can use.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
damage
but you-
afterwards.
But
you
everybody
go
can
that.
use the body soak because that's just what
Yeah.
you can do. So that's
Yeah.
the easiest one to use as an example.
Yeah. Yeah, there's hurt, injury, sneaky, frenzy, distress, etc. And you can go. We can go over those like in detail later. But yeah,
Why does the
write down
character
soak that you
sheet
got.
say 4 gifts then?
I think it's
No,
section
that's
4
just-
gifts.
Yeah, section. Those are just sections, so they're in order.
Oh, I'm upset now.
I got 5 gifts.
Yeah. Yeah, you might. Yeah, if your career gave you 1
My career gives me
Or-
2.
or not. Yeah, or no type. If your type give you 1, because you can get 2. You can either get 2 soaks from your type or a soak and a gift from your. Or you might get both. Yeah, you can get 2 soaks or a gift and a soak. Because hard boiled gives you 2 soaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does loser. Loser gives you 2 soaks. Drifter.
I think
Young.
soldier gives me 2 soaks as well.
Well, yeah, they will. I think. Career.
Essentially, I am big tough boy. I am here to take punches and throw a few back. What does hard boil give me? Oh, it doesn't give me any
No.
gifts, but it gives me soaks.
No,
Okay.
Soldier doesn't give you any soaks. Soldier just gives you 2 gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, go through that.
Do the dice apply to this as well, Roach, then? The gifts?
No, not right now. We'll go over those specifically when we go into the section, because you'll have to read up on them and kind of I want to make sure you guys understand it before we move on. By the way, if you got the same gift or soak twice, let me know. It should be almost impossible, but if you did, let me know.
Ooh.
Right. Left.
Right, Mitch, have you picked yet?
No.
He's still struggling. He's struggling with the ideas. You know, while he's doing that, I'm just gonna.
Teenage Italian Ninja Turtle. Teenage Italian Ninja Turtle.
At last, I'm not the one falling behind.
Ah.
Get me.
How's the new chair, Roach?
Good or bad to have? Ish.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Look at this.
You get a
It's
4, then
great.
no, not really. But if you get a 1, then yes.
I love it. The only problem I have with it, you see this
Yeah.
the armrests here? Well, it does the normal up and down, but it also adjusts in, multiple directions. Problem, there's no way to lock this. That just moves freely.
There is a way to lock it. It's called duct tape.
Yeah, you're not the only one who said that. But that's gonna mire the look. I don't want that.
And it is in
It
Rivals
looks
and
nice.
Gaming Colours.
It is
so
in Rivals and
It's
Gaming
not.
Colours.
It's not. It's not. It's apple red.
It's Rivals
looks
and Gaming
orange.
Colours. I'm sorry. We looked.
Well, that's
orange when we
because I
looked
also
at
have red lights on. It's apple red. Then not that you can see it because it's only the like seat cushion and the lumbar cushion that have color. So I don't know why you even get a choice, but whatever. Yeah, let me know when we get to that point. And I guess when back. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, I just needed to do something. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't.
So, in your gift section as well, you're going to put another one down. All right. You're going to put personality dash, and then you're going to pick a personality trait from a list. Well, not necessarily a list. You can just pick anything, but there's an example on page 20 of the PDF. Or page 20 of the book. I don't know what the PDF.
It is
page
20 on
number.
the PDF as well.
Great. 20 on the PDF, there's a list of these, and basically it's a one-word description of your personality. So like angry, bold, dark, friendly, etc., etc.
All right.
So pick that, and then you're also going to put a D12 on that gift
Ooh, wow.
for your personality. Personality is going to have that as a die. And essentially, you can pick certain gifts and things. You can use that as a bonus for a roll or for a check.
Yeah.
But
Or certain things just
sort
make
of
you
if
better at things.
If you can sort of link it back to it.
Yeah, but personality is kind of the one you always get. Because
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's a 12.
D12. Got it. Okay,
Yep.
found it.
But yeah, that's kind of the biggest biggest bonus you get.
Yeah.
for that.
And one of the cooler things I get is as a soldier, I get team player, meaning I can assist you guys with a D12 instead of with a D8. So
You're
that
a
helps a lot.
god!
No,
Yes.
I'm just
Yes.
really good.
Yes.
I'm decent at helping you, but I'm much better at
Yes.
punching things in the face.
He's a paladin.
Yeah, essentially. Also, Midge, I think you should probably go for something facey, because so far I don't think we have anything that's a face here.
You said D12, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Phew.
So maybe
D12
that
could
jazz
be.
It is
jaguar would be
Sesh
a good idea.
2.0, Anto. It is. It
It's
is
very
Sesh 2.0.
not. It's very not.
What dice do we put to the regular gifts, the other gifts? Do we put any
We'll go
dice
through.
towards them?
You'll go
Or-
through those when you look through the section, and it'll list them
Right, okay.
specifically. Yeah, that one's just kind of a universal because the reason you guys are characters is because you have a force of personality you can tap into, and that's kind of like just you get a.
That makes you a
free D12,
PC
yeah.
instead of an NPC.
Yes. So yeah, you get that. And now, you should.
Are you saying
Go-
NPCs don't have personalities?
Exactly.
Oh, they'll definitely have personalities, but not in a way
No,
that's
NPCs do not have personalities. I checked.
So, your character's type and career should give you some items for your inventory.
Yep.
So, get those in there.
I got a hip flask, a rough outfit, and a service pistol.
Your type also
That's
gives you
it.
an item that has great personal value to you, but is of little value to anyone else.
Yep.
Let me know if any of your specific career items were weapons.
Yes, I got a service pistol.
Okay.
Because I was in the war.
And, which would have been the First World War.
Yeah, it would have been the
Or-
First World War.
Or if you're Irish, it would have just been.
It could have been both, to be honest. He
could-
could have been in the
yeah.
First World War and then been in like the Civil War, or been in like
The funny
any of the
thing
risings
is
or
that
whatever.
means if you were in the Civil War and for some reason you left after the Civil War because maybe you lost or something, that means you would have been anti-treaty.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
he could have also just decided to leave because he was sick of
been a
all the
communist.
infighting. Could have been a communist.
Could have been a communist. Could have been a communist. That's true.
I could have been a communist for all we know.
Okay.
You could just really hate Eamon de Valera.
Honestly, it wouldn't be all
or
that
his
unusual.
ana-
That's
Or
a
his
weird
animal
take on I could
equivalent.
have been a contender. I could have been a communist.
I could have been a communist. I know, sorry, I gotta lean really heavily into my Irish on this one. I could have been a
So-
communist.
So, if you have a weapon that was given to you by your career, you're best placing it. Ooh, see, here's the weird part because that's
You see, knowing Roach, I've already kind of told you the general outline of this character in like very short DMs. he would have that pistol on him at all times because of the job he does at night.
Right.
And plus, it's the 1920s. There's gun laws are even more lax back then.
So what you're gonna want to do for your weapon is, I didn't put this on here. I don't know why I didn't do
Conceal
that.
carry? Why would you conceal it?
Exactly.
I think the best way to place it is gonna be just putting it on your abilities and skills section and just making a new section for weapon.
Yeah.
Like for the attack roll, but put it in your inventory as well, just to do that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's in my inventory already. So.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting rivalry. Pocket witchy.
Oh. Well, I paid that wrong, sorry.
It's got a bad wrist.
I'm definitely trying desperately to type here, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, I am just injured and can't do this
You
the
want
way
me
you
to give
want
you
me
a
to.
Stern look, Roach, because I will.
It's okay, rival.
No,
I
it's too
forgive
late now, I'm hurt. I'm
Literally.
hurt that how my trying to do like
Physically
justice for
and
your
emotionally
game,
now at this
and
point.
the simple fact is you are like just poking fun at my injury. I haven't been disruptive in any way, and believe me, I could have been.
Okay.
I'm just not going to say anything.
So
I've got
Midge,
6 characters. I should probably
have
stop
you made a
making
choice yet?
some. I should probably not stop making some, so I have.
You just want to roll a die.
Just roll a
I'm
d6.
probably going to. I've got a decent, but I'm going to put it to
There's
the
a random
party.
character generator I could give you. Official.
Plus,
So-
oh boy.
Well, no, I'm just going to tell you about them and tell me what you've got. So I've
Midge, it's
talked
your
about.
character.
I know, but I want to see what gets the best reaction. So I had the Panther jazz musician, that cool cat. So I've got Quilliam Mackenzie, who is a porcupine reporter. We also have my bear that's a boss, like mobster. I've got the rich tiger politician. My only non-semi-face character, which is a deer egghead doctor. And then finally a lion angel actor. So I'm going for a cowardly lion who's just on his way to the big city to try and become an actor. And like I love the thing for the item that the angels get, which is a letter from home telling them that they're gonna do great.
I like the lion or the tiger.
I mean, I do like the idea of a sly tiger politician as well.
It's either the lion or the tiger.
Speaking of
be honest with you.
tigers,
Oh, hello, Duke. How you
But
doing,
you-
big man?
But you also, I mean, I could call my tiger Duke as
Bear,
well.
yes, bear. Where's the bear
Or the
character?
bear. The bear was the boss mobster.
In which case my chat is saying bear.
Okay.
They're also saying lion,
okay.
but I'm going with bear.
Make
So
your
there's the
choice,
there's-
Midge.
Yeah,
Don't
I know, I'm going-
don't succumb to peer pressure.
You already voted
Unless-
against mechs. You can't do this to me twice.
find a D6.
Don't succumb to peer pressure.
Do not succumb to peer pressure. Do not do it. Be strong, my young Padawan.
2. I'm playing the porcupine reporter.
Oh, nice.
Ah, boring.
All right.
All right. You know what? This is probably a good thing, considering we have 2 thieves and a soldier in the group. Having someone with some moral code probably wouldn't hurt.
How do you know I don't have a moral code? Thank you,
What?
Griffin.
Have moral
Because
code.
it's you, rival.
Porcupine with a heart of gold.
I might have a heart of gold.
So
Underneath all the black void, maybe somewhere.
as I was trying to
Somewhere.
get to,
Over the
the
rainbow.
people who have weapons, make a section that has a section for weapons in your character sheet, like on the main, like in your abilities and skills, just label it weapon.
Okay.
It's not hard. All you do is the green, check mark on the top right of the section.
Yep.
And then you are going to want to start marking down. So first you want the name, followed by the @ sign, and then the range of the weapon. And there's going to be a section you can look at for the weapons and like equipment and stuff like that. So that specifically that page is.
What the hell? Put any abilities.
That's the
What-
page.
I'm confused now.
What was that, Rival?
Is it at? I've got my weapon. Do I put at?
At symbol.
At symbol. I'm not seeing the section where it's supposed to be.
You said abilities.
No, I said abilities and attributes and skills. The first page is what I was trying to
Oh.
say, because that's where you can add dice and stuff. So
Don't.
that's where you want.
Boop. No. Okay.
I think it's under combat actions. I think Roach, if I remember correctly when I was reading
I
through.
think it might be combat. action,
72?
combat 72.
I think.
So put the green at the top there.
Oh, adding. I'm
No,
adding.
not that one.
No.
On the right.
Mm-hmm.
Right at the top. Right where it's next to the...
There.
Yeah. And put weapons in there.
Looking for the section on weapons. It's gotta be
Here it
somewhere
is.
in this
Attack
book.
methods on page 86.
And then
Close.
Dunk.
use that green thing to put in your weapons. There we
Ah,
go.
okay.
There we go. Weapons are on 86, page 86.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
be getting there in 2 seconds. I'm just writing out my thing.
So for me, I'm using a service pistol, so it's service pistol at medium.
Yes.
If you have a pocket pistol, it's medium. If you have a silenced pistol, it's medium. If you have a magnum pistol, it's medium.
86.
Yeah, firearms.
Yep.
Varmint gun, Tommy gun.
I'm going down to little 86.
I can't read a lot of the pages.
Yes, I get
After
to
four-
77, and that's it.
After 46, it says couldn't preview file. There was a problem.
Yeah,
loading
mine
the
keeps doing that. I had to refresh the.
You could
The,
just download the file
Why would I do that? That sounds like an
so
actual
that you
freaking
actually
work.
have it, because that way you're not depending on third-party servers.
Oh wait, there it goes. Found it. You just got to refresh, babe.
I did refresh. I'm slowly working my way down. I've just passed Foxy Lady with a pistol.
You should probably download it.
So that's,
Probably download it. But yeah, you want to start labeling it. So what you're going to do is at symbol the range,
Yep.
and
I'm
then
calling
there'll
it
also
now,
be something.
Ridge's character will be the first one to break someone's kneecaps.
Yeah. Probably.
My
And
chat
then
is
you're-
wonderful.
Yep.
And there might also be something that's like a counter, like next to the range section. You're going to want to put like in little parentheses or little like brackets, counter at and whatever range is listed there
Yeah.
for the counter.
I'm actually
86.
now rethinking. I might actually just play the Tiger Rich politician.
I mean, yeah. Go ahead, do it, man.
I'm just going to give you this, Midge. I'm just going to give you this just so you can just click a button, and I'm going to put it in the Discord. That's the official random generator for
come on.
characters.
Almost there.
Gives you
Don't. I'll
everything.
be here forever.
Literally, don't let him pick. Let him just pick his tiger and play that fucking thing. God damn it.
Wait, I've just had an ephany. I've just made Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh God.
Just
You guys-
realised that I
Just
have
don't
made
voice it
Fantastic
by George
Mr. Fox.
Clooney. That ruined it.
Focus
No,
pants and bin.
no,
One
the classic
touch of
original.
one mean. I actually really like the George Clooney one.
The book.
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
classic.
That was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr.
The
Fox.
book was classic,
I'm
but a George
confused.
Clooney movie was also pretty good, to be fair.
I really
Yeah.
like that one.
So
Yeah, me too.
Nah.
That was good.
By what?
George Clooney, Meryl Streep.
86.
Yeah, it was
So,
really good.
Yeah.
what you're
Enjoyed it.
after
Not-
after you put the counter in, and the counter is essentially the distance you can use that weapon as a defense.
Yeah.
That's
You can
what
smack
counter
someone in the
means.
face with a pistol at short range,
Yeah,
essentially, is what it says.
stuff like that.
So I need to figure out what
after
the other
you've-
one is.
After you've done that, you're also going to want to put down the appropriate die for the attack. So, example, it'll say like attack dice, like body, shooting, and then ammo. What you're going to want to do is you're just wanting to put down.
So for me, since I'm using a service pistol, it's speed, shooting, ammo, D6, because I have a special thing that gives me bigger bullets. More bullets, essentially.
Yes.
What if my weapon doesn't have a counter at?
Then you don't put it down. because it can't be.
Thank
used as
God,
a
because I've
attack
got no idea where to put it.
weapon. You would have just put it like next to the name. Like it's pretty.
Alright, so I've got silence pistol at medium.
Yeah. Put sounds pistol at medium. That
Yeah.
would just we know it's medium range.
Right.
And then after you've done that, you're going to
Yep.
want to look at the silence pistol. So your silence pistol, you see it attack dice is speed, mind, and shooting. So
Right.
whatever die are in those,
Yeah.
you're going to put on that weapon, and that's what you
Right.
roll to attack with.
So that's what I rolled to attack with.
And that would be wow. That was only 2 successes.
Well, the last one is actually my ammo dice, because my ammo dice increases in size because I'm a soldier, because I have ammo conservation as a gift.
Yeah, well, ammo is still a success or a failure. It's kind of a thing.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So yeah, 2 successes, but I have a D4 in there because my speed is 4. So
And you have to put one in for the ammo as well.
yeah, the ammo is
it'll
also
list the
written on
ammo.
there.
Yeah. And then
'Cause when
almost
you-
all of them will also have an abbreviation for damage, so there might be a plus something to the damage, and you apply that as well. So, like, Silence Pistol has a +1 damage, so all you have to do for the +1 is put 1 in where the 0 is on the next to the pistol, and that'll
Right,
add 1 to the thing, and then we'll know that.
So for
Uh,
for the ammo dice there, Rival, your ammo dice rolled a 1, which means your gun is now empty. So you got to reload it.
No, it means it goes down 1.
Oh, well for him since it's a D4 it would go
Oh,
down.
yeah,
it
that would be empty, yes.
Yeah.
So essentially the way ammo dice works, I'm just going to explain this now just so you kind of get a sense of this. It would come up when like combat and stuff, but essentially if you have like, let's say you have a D6 for ammo dice, if you roll a 1 on the ammo die, it'll drop down to the next lowest die available, and then if you roll another 1 on the die, the gun is empty and you have to reload it. That's how ammo works
Okay.
in the game. It's that way you don't have to like track individual shots. as
Okay,
they
so
go.
we're doing Hollywood ammo, basically.
Yeah, Hollywood
Well,
ammo, basically.
there's no reason to say like a shot is 1 shot or 20 shots. Could be either. That silence pistol right now that Rival just shot, it could have been just
It-
you could have just been shooting 3 or 4 shots to get the effect, and then you're out.
It's tracking your trigger pull more than anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just tracking how many times you pull the trigger.
So since I rolled a 5 on a D6, I was very
I
disciplined
like
with
my
my trigger pull.
explanation better. It's Hollywood.
It is Hollywood. It is Hollywood bullets,
That
essentially.
could work. Yeah.
I
Hollywood
do have
bullets.
one small question. Again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's my garrote on this list?
Garrot.
Oh, you went assassin. You went wet worker.
He went torpedo.
Yep. The second you said garrote, I knew what that was from because I read through all
'Cause
of
I
the
can't
list.
find it.
Would you think of it in hand to hand, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, garrote would be hand to hand.
It's not there.
It's not there.
Oh. Well, to be fair, I also have to add in like my my melee stuff because I have brawl.
I have
Super
Brawl as
Smash.
well.
Essentially.
Bros.
Right, let's see if I can see it. Hang on.
Thanks, Chuck, because I can't see it at all.
That's okay, baby.
How do you spell garrote?
The garrot may not actually be a weapon.
G-A-R-O-T-T.
It might just be
I
an
mean-
item.
Then why is it under my weapons thing from my job?
It is. Give me a second.
Yeah,
I mean, it might not
literally-
be. It might not be
literally-
a weapon. It might not be like a like something that like because like you could have like the garrote might not be
Like a
something that-
combat weapon.
Yeah, it'd be something like it's more narrative weapon that just goes like, okay, I go up to behind the guy and I strangle him with a garrote. I would just like make you roll like something associated with that. Like
Yeah, because like the garrote is literally only mentioned once in the entire PDF, and that is
Yeah.
in that page.
I think it's more of
so-
I think it's more of that weapon because I don't think you're gonna be using a garrote in the middle of like a combat sequence.
I've obviously never watched a Hitman film.
Well, it's not a Hitman film. It's a gangster movie. Or, well, I guess I don't know if it's gonna be
All
a
I'm
gangster movie.
saying
Let's
is,
see. Let's gonna
Christopher
go.
Oliphant grabs that guy and garrotes him with his own tie in the middle of combat under a train. But that's beside the point.
Okay. There's also a whole bunch of weapons that are listed here, or attacks and various things. So you could put them all in your your sheet, but I would not recommend that just like keep the PDF so that we can refer to it.
Yeah, because I get like 3 things because I have Brawling as my gift, I believe.
There's also
Okay.
like sometimes gifts can give like you can get gifts that give you attacks. We'll
Yeah,
go
Brawler
over
does
when I
that.
go on.
It gives you
Yeah.
like things you can
Also,
do.
if you picked like skunk, you would have got an attack
Yeah.
as a thing. So that's just from species. So yeah, you do that. So we mark that down. With your soaks, you're also going to want to put down a couple other things because everybody gets the same gets the same common soaks that are available to everybody. There is the body soak that you can choose, or that there's soaks that are on everybody's character sheet. There's body, panic. I think it's just body and panic that are available.
Yeah, I think Body succeeds on a 4 and Panic is on a 2, isn't it? I think.
No, body is you roll your body, and for each 4 or better, you negate a damage, and
Yeah.
panic just -2 damage, but you can't.
Ah,
attack,
yes.
and you become
Yes.
panicked. So that's kind of how you do it. So you want to put down body. And you also want to do endurance as listed.
I have no idea what is listed as.
Well, not listed. You want to put down in the soaks body and endurance as your as 2, as well as panic in your soaks.
So I've got
and then
endurance, body, and panic.
plus the one that you got from your
Plus the
character
one I have,
generation
yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should
So
have
what's the endurance one again?
endurance is you're rolling the endurance stat, and for every 4 you get, you negate 1 damage. We'll get over if there's a basic one. Like I think if there's a base, there's a base die that you always roll for certain things like that, but it's not high.
I also get 2 more soaks because of Hardboiled, I think.
Yeah, I've got Sneaky Snoke.
Sneaky
Sneaky
Snoke.
Soak.
Yeah.
Sticky Snoke, yeah.
Sneaky Snow.
Yeah.
Winded. I think Winded is literally just -1 damage, and then Hurt is -3 damage. Because there's no roll mentioned there.
What?
There's no roll mentioned for Winded or Hurt, so I assume it's just Winded negates a damage and Hurt negates 3.
If it's listed, if it has like a negative number to it, it would, yeah.
Yeah, it just has a
and
negative
yeah-
1 and a 3 to it.
And yeah, so for rival, I can see on your sheet. So put the die you have in your body stat on the body soak, because that's what you roll for that soak. And endurance, we'll wait on the endurance, and then panic, just put a -2 next to it because it's a -2 next to that, just in general. I'm just gonna double check. Just want to double check with skills to make sure I'm not missing something with like skills. Assists, favor, 20 dice, skills.
No,
I
not
don't think you can
soaks,
only
okay.
change. Just double checking because I want to make sure that if you roll a skill, there's got to be like a die you can apply to it. It's just not. Kinds of dice. I don't need a breakdown on what dice are.
I will not go quietly.
Yeah. He will not go quietly into the night.
I'm trying to work out if I want to be rich or a celebrity as my senator.
Where if you're a 1920s journalist, you'll be neither.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not.
if you
I'm not the
don't-
journalist anymore. I'm going for the politician.
Yeah, if you don't have
Probably
a, if
both.
you don't,
then.
Yeah,
Just
probably
saying, if you
rich.
don't
You
have
didn't have
any-
celebrity politicians then.
so guys, if you don't have anything in the endurance skill, then you don't get the endurance soak.
I
So
do.
just-
So I get
Okay.
the endurance. So
Yeah.
I do.
So if you don't have anything endurance, you don't get that. The way the game works
Do we
is
put
I
the
will
same
do-
dice in that soak?
if you have endurance, if you have endurance, then in the endurance soak you put that die. That's what you're rolling. Because essentially with the stat soak,
Okay. What do I do
Your-
for panic?
Panic is just a -2 flat, so just put a -2 next to it. Essentially, it just says you can pick panic. You can pick to be panicked, and then you're panicked for the rest of the combat, and you have to like run away. But you get a
Oh,
-2
no,
to
it'd be
your damage and stuff.
famous.
So you can do that.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
fate.
So go through that, and then we're gonna want to. Stop checking here.
Oh no, famous goes better. It needs to be famous.
People started putting their actual character names in.
No.
I haven't
have.
yet.
Not yet.
I've decided a name.
I have.
I see Sen.Jack, and that's all I
I
see for every-
went to the list of the top 100 boys' names in the UK in 1900.
Oh,
There was
fair
actually
enough.
there's actually a list of like
I could
common.
probably tell you
1920s
them. They're all in
American
my
names.
bloody family tree as well. It's you've got
Oh, my-
Alfred, Tommy, William, Frederick, Fred.
Yes.
it's
Oh, look at
George,
that. They're all named
James.
after
Oh wow,
princes and kings and stuff.
princes, kings, and Germans.
Who'd have
So-
thunk it back in 1900 when people were having the kids that would be alive in the 1920s? It's like, Germans weren't such a bad thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Mine
actually
was
that's
like-
actually
That's
actually
I come from
the funny
I come
thing
from a
is-
massive line of Williams, Alfreds, and Georges. Yes.
Yeah, the funny thing is, that whole World War One is directly responsible for Prohibition passing, because the major the direct counter to Prohibition was like Lutherans and Germanic, or people from Germany and Austria and stuff in the Midwest. But World War One kind of put a dampener on their political clout in the United States, which allowed the Baptists and everybody that were very against imbibing to succeed and get prohibition.
You know what?
passed.
I'm going to make it a goal of mine that every week we're playing this game, I'm drinking apple juice just because I want to stick it to the prohibitionists.
Bro,
So the next thing yes.
I'm doing my grapples or brawling methods. 'Cause I'm a brawler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm putting grapple at close. Do I then put counter at hold?
Yes. If that's what it lists in there, it says
Yeah.
it says counter and hold. Then yeah, that's what you're gonna want to do.
Just
You
put
could,
it
if you wanted
straight
to
after.
shorten it, you could put. Yeah, if you want to shorten it, you can put again. You put it in like brackets. You could just put C at H because
Right.
and that way it doesn't overwhelm things. But once you get through that, guys, we're gonna go to the next step for character creation, which is trying to get to it. Got through all that. Actually, the next step is naming your character. So,
All right, well that's done for me.
Henry
Okay.
Neville.
Henry Neville.
It
All right.
no, it just amuses me, sort of the
Neville was a common name. Again, I did say that I just went on Google to find out the most common names and stuff. Neville was a common family name of the London region in the East End, and Harry.
Zodiacs.
What were you saying?
Harry.
Rhett?
I was just going to say, it amuses me that the Baptists and people bringing in prohibition, where Jesus definitely turned some water into wine for a party.
Which is why sacrament was allowed, but partaking outside of that is a sin.
The wine was for
Yeah,
a
according to them.
party.
Also, hello, my name is Lawrence O'Shea. It's nice to meet you. It might be very awkward to talk like this all the fucking time because I'm not used to it in front of ye.
That's fine. Let's be honest here. There's gonna be some Irish NPCs. It's not gonna be pretty.
Listen, I get it. It's all right. It's fine. I
It's
get
not
it. It's a
gonna
very
be
awkward
pretty.
accent.
But
a very
I'm
awkward
also yeah,
Very
but I'm
awkward
also
accent.
ready. I also
Yep.
understand that none of you are partaking. But here's the thing: none of you are partaking in an American accent with your character. So I don't want to hear.
How do you know?
I mean,
Well,
I
if
could
you
have
do,
tried.
If you
could've
do, I've
tried.
heard quite a few of your American accents, and it's not gonna be pretty.
It's not gonna be pretty. I love it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I mean, let's
so-
be honest, right? It's also 1920s accents, so,
She.
She.
See, that's not.
That was the joke.
Yeah. Once the names are done, the next step is your motto, your character motto. You're going to put this in your notes section for your character. So what motivates them? So it's a catchphrase, a mantra, a mission statement, or a plan of living. If you want a list to kind of like get to either pick from or to get some inspiration, page 22 of the PDF is like a decent list of them, 22 and 23. So just a simple sentence.
Spare a shilling.
Especially. So pick your.
What page is that on the PDF, by the way?
I said 22 or 23.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, 3. Your unique okay. Your unique trait gives you a skill die 3 per trait. Your species trait includes 3 skills.
Midge is
okay.
3 moves behind.
Midge is in another time zone.
So I got evasion, fighting, observation. But that's fine.
He's playing 4D chess with his own character.
He's playing 4D interdimensional time traveling chess.
So what do you need help with, Midge?
I'm just
Also,
now...
Midge, your character sheet's not correctly
Super
programmed.
hyper-dimensional stretch chess poker.
You
Right.
missed a step. So Midge, where you have placed in the zeros column all the numbers, instead
Yeah.
you need to drag the dice to that and apply the dice there, and then put the zeros in there because those are bonuses to whatever rolls. You need to actually put the dice in there.
Right, so I need to
So-
put a D8 in.
2 d8s, 1 d4, and then the rest d6s. Yes.
Oh, that's another thing. My character would know Irish because he grew up in a time where Irish was taught in schools.
Yeah. Which, yeah. Is it
English
just
might be a
called
second
Ir-
language depending on which part of Ireland. he's
Yeah,
from.
if you're from the West County, it's very, very likely you actually learned.
Is it just called
Irish.
Irish?
Gaelic.
Or
Yeah,
is
it's
it
just called
Gaelic?
Irish. No, it's just called Irish here because Gaelic is it could be anything. It could be Scottish. It could be Welsh. It could also be
So
Irish.
it'd be
Any of
Irish
the
Gaelic.
Brythonic
It's
It's
languages,
Irish
basically.
Gaelic. It's
Irish
Irish
Gaelic,
Gaelic. Yeah.
Do you know Irish Gaelic, Mike?
I know a little bit, not a lot.
Okay. Okay. I don't know any. So it's good.
Pogue Mahone.
Was that because of the whole thing of home rule came in?
That was the whole
time?
no. That was the whole English thing, tearing off our fingernails for
Yeah,
speaking
no,
Irish.
it that
Yeah.
the anger it was so Irish as a resurgence culturally came back with a
Oh,
certain
late
movement
1800s,
starting in the 1860s. And oh god, you're taking me back to A level now.
Yeah, now my module.
Yeah.
That was a module.
The
in
funny
my
thing
first,
is, there's
Oh,
actually
my-
been,
first
it'd
part of my
probably be-
degree.
for a period of time there might have been more Irish spoken in the United States than
Oh, yeah,
Ireland
yeah, yeah.
for a small period of time.
Yeah, it would have been unlike, it wouldn't have been common. It wouldn't have been on
20,
impossible for that sort of thing to be a thing. Yeah.
I don't know if that was actually true, but it seems like that might have been with the whole.
It might have been a
railroad-
true- yeah.
With the whole railroads and the importation of Irish immigrants.
I
during
mean,
the
Chicago,
mid-
Boston, some of DC. You know, there's pretty big Irish populations out there. So
Right, yeah. Also, well, actually, a lot of the Midwest was settled by Irish immigrants.
Yep.
It's actually it's a lot of Midwestern individuals to have that. So you know.
By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, the Midwest is actually the Middle East of America because they call it the Midwest because they didn't know how to go any further than that. Essentially, at the time, because the Midwest was at one time the frontier.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay. So Roach, does that look right now?
Yes.
All right, I actually gotta go
Yes.
now, so I'll see you guys soon.
All right,
Peace.
we can
So-
go through the rest of that, Mikey. Just let me know.
Yeah, you and I can go through
I'll
it
open
sometime.
up.
I'll see you guys later.
See you later, Mike.
Alright.
He got most of the way through, anyways. So I'm pretty sure he's. What was he playing as? Who was he playing as? Was that
Dog.
O'Shea? Lawrence
O'Shea.
O'Shea?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he got through most of his stuff. All right. Yeah, that's correct, Midge. What next step are you on? We're backtracking for Midge. 'cause
It's
it
fine.
took him so long.
Your unique traits give you skill dice. So I'm guessing I go back to the traits that I've got, and I find their correlating skill, and then put that dice in their dice.
You put that die in the skill that it gives you. Yes, and they can overlap.
Correlating to the unique trait ones.
Yeah, and then you can. And the thing is that will also. You can have multiple dice associated with one skill because you can have overlap. So if you got like athletics from 2 of your different unique traits, then you would put whatever die were in both of those in there. So you could have. I think somebody has 3 die. I think there's a couple of people that have 3 dice in a skill.
So I now go through and basically so anything
you start
that comes
with
from
your
tiger,
species,
anything that I have tiger in it, I put in.
You would put your D8
cool.
in there, and then you do that, etc. So you go through that. So the next thing you guys are going to do after you get your motto done is you're going to pick. You start your life. You're going to pick a goal, and write that down somewhere. And a goal is not a single word, but it's just a goal. There's an example. There's a pretty big list of examples on 23 of the PDF if you want to use that, or if you want to make your own.
I'll switch those to fab. Right, so tiger is evasion, fighting.
Oh, he's adorable. I was gonna try and get an image of this. I like he's adorable when he does this. He grabs onto his legs and covers his face with his back legs.
If a skill is missing, do I just add it?
What do you mean? Or you sure it's a skill? What? Give me the example and I'll read. What are you talking about?
Brawling, climbing.
On lion?
Tiger. Oh, they're gifts.
Tiger.
They're gifts,
I was gonna say those were
skills.
gifts. Yeah. Yeah. So they're. So
It's fine.
you're
It's fine.
going
I
through
didn't put a space in my spreadsheet. Cool. Famous. So I get this famous. Where's my D8 now? So deceit.
Ooh, that's a good. That's a good adventure hook there, rival.
What's that?
That goal.
Given what I am.
It's good. Yeah, no, it's good.
I was hoping there would be one in there about killing a politician, but thought that could have been fun.
Okay, I think I have my dice inserted.
Plus, it might have made Mitch go, right, changing the character.
Okay, here's the and here's where the fact that I made this character sheet like less than an hour before the game started comes in. The last thing we need to do is there are 3 stats you have to put down, but you're gonna have to make the section for those. So just make a section below weapons, or just make a new section that's just miscellaneous, and it's gonna be 3 different things. It's gonna be your initiative, dodge, and rally. So.
I'm just going to call it other.
Other works too, yeah. Just make sure you know that where they're at.
So what are we doing with the initiative and thing?
You're going to be you're going to make a new section on the main tab. So you're just gonna you know how you put down actually you didn't put down weapons. Did you even get a weapon from your character?
No,
Okay.
just clothing.
Yeah, you're putting down a new thing. So on the main tab of your character sheet, you'll see there's a green check mark in the top right.
I don't either, but
And just mark that as miscellaneous or other or whatever. It doesn't, just write that down. And then you're going to be putting in 3 stats. Okay? The 3 stats are going to be initiative, dodge, and rally.
How do you spell initiative?
That would be India, November, India, Tango, India, Alpha, Tango, India, Victor, Echo. A lot of I's.
I was so close.
So initiative, dodge, and what was the one?
Rally. Romeo, Alpha, Lima, Lima. Yankee.
I don't.
That
Don't
was
mean to
rude.
be told how to
Okay.
spell that. Like, come on, dude.
No, I didn't know if I was just not because being. I didn't know if my internet was screwing up, so I was just just wanted you to know that was what I was saying. I didn't want you to think I was saying folly or something else like that. Just rally. Just rally. So you put those down. Initiative is the dies. The in your initiative are going to be your mind die and your observation skill die. If you don't have anything in
Oh, boy.
observation, then you don't put anything in
So this is initiative.
other than your mind. Yeah, initiative is going to be your mind and your observation. If you don't have
All
the
my
observation, you just
observations.
put your mind.
All my observations. I've got 3 in observation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be so initiatized.
I mean, Rival and I are as well.
I mean, we're both thieves, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, that was only one success. The next thing is going to be your dodge.
Yep.
That's another 14. That's 3 14s in a row.
Yeah. Your dodge. That is going to be your speed die and your evasion dice. And the reason I know it's multiple, it's got to be all the dice in for a skill. It specifically has die for your basic trait, and it says dice for the unique for the skill, which means multiple. So,
Oops, didn't mean to put them in there.
so
2d8 for my dodge.
it's not bad. So it's your body and or it's your speed and your evasion. Was that cool? Cool.
Speed and evasion, yeah.
2d8 and
Speed of it.
2d6 for me.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, for a second I thought it was just going to be a D4 there, rival. That's what I saw.
No, I
for
put
a
them in the
minute.
wrong place, don't worry.
Okay.
What goes into my body again? My soak? Is it my...
Your
Body die.
Your-
Yeah.
Yeah, your body die. Yeah.
Yeah, that's alright. I lost that for a second. It's
No, you're fine. Then the last one is your rally.
okay.
Is your will die and your tactics dice.
Oh boy.
Alright.
And there are bonuses from different gifts. Could give you bonuses to this as well. Like I think if you have danger sense, you get a D12 all the time for your initiative, on top of everything else. Like it's
So like I have leadership, so I get a D12 to any rally action.
yeah.
Yeah. May
So
claim a
that's-
D12 presence roll, and also a D12 presence roll
Sure.
when I give any public speech.
So that's all from the character gen section. But now we go to your gifts, because all the gifts do things.
Yeah.
They all do a lot of things. So I'm just turning to the gift section. So you're gonna want to look at your gifts in the gift section. Gift section starts on page 52 of the rulebook. 52 of the rulebook.
Politician gifts bribery.
Giving or receiving?
The 20s.
A bonus D12 with incentives. No offense. So with these, I would the thing I would recommend if you're going to be doing that, you could put dice down as on your gift, and maybe put down in the notes or your abilities section, because you can put down in the ability section, you could put your gifts down and actually expand it, and then you can put text in there to consult it. So that would be what I'd recommend. I know it's a little extra, but that way you don't keep track of it.
Some of them are great.
Yeah, Brawling's pretty good too. I just saw Brawling gives you a whole bunch of attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also get a bonus D12 to all dodge rolls as long as I haven't been violent.
Well, there you go. I wouldn't put that in your dodge stat.
No, because I'll probably be violent a lot.
Yeah, yeah. But you can put the D12 on the gift on the main tab, and then you could put the text of that in your abilities section. Like, because there is an abilities tab that if you add something, you could like put down the gift, like put it in there, and then click the little red dragon and put the text in there, and that'll give you like you can expand upon it. I'll be right back.
Oh, my dear. Next.
Oh yeah, this is.
Okay. There we go.
We're overdue break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. So if you guys, I mean, we were just kind of doing character gen, so then everybody's been coming and going as they please. So.
Yeah.
Fair.
Do you
I
want a
thought I'd
tea?
just point it out.
Lower T.
Yeah.
Does anybody want a cup of tea?
It's 9 o'clock. Oh,
Just
I'd
got
love
one thing.
one if you can just
I already finished my
mail
cup.
it to us.
I'll send that up
I
there.
don't know if
Sorry.
it'll still be
Mick, you
hot
want
by
one?
the time it gets here.
It would be if she'd
Already
let me
got one,
drive,
but thank you.
Put it in a vacuum thermos. Just it'll keep.
Vacuum thermos.
Oh, the problem with vacuum thermos for
We'll
tea.
just get it sent by Amazon. I mean, they send everything else. Why the fuck not?
I mean, it's not wrong.
I mean, it's a fair point.
Like,
Breakdown of the skills.
I haven't been paying attention to the chat.
I've been focused on this. I really should pay
Yeah.
more attention to the chat. I'm sorry, chat.
Yeah, it's fine. I think with Draken, instant kill, right, Roach? If you're talking about just the general combat system, it's not an instant kill if damage gets through and is not negated. It just means you're incapacitated. You're injured at that
You
point.
just look like Rival after a long live stream of
Where are the personalities? I can't find these.
personality. Ooh.
There's a list in the personality. There's a list in that section of the character generation. Page 20.
Oh, it's that. I was thinking there was a list and they did something. It's just something of your choice.
Yeah.
It's just something your choice. There's an example list on page 20 if you want to use it. It's just supposed to be a one-word descriptor.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I know mine.
Yeah.
Do you want that as a section?
No, you can put it in like your notes section. If you want to just put it in your notes.
I'm just
I think that's
copying
what
and
I would do.
pasting the notes for each of my things across, so that I've got them all.
Yeah. Did you actually put your personality down?
I'm going to put it in the senses section.
Yes.
Where's your personality listed?
In my gifts, where you told me to put it.
Correct. You told us to put
Oh.
in the gift.
Oh, I
something
did. Oh,
something
yeah.
because you get dice.
You get a die
related
for
to
it.
it.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, you
Oh,
put it
okay.
in your gift. You put it in your gift section. Sorry.
yeah, and then I
got
put the
mixed up.
die in on top of it for when I'm using it.
Yeah. It's D12 for that for your personality. Because if
Yes,
you,
it is, and I've already done that.
yeah.
But I've got
Yeah.
like
No, I was
Brawling.
talking to Midge. Midge just got there. That's what I was,
Midge just got there,
That's
okay.
why I'm helping. Yeah, that's why. That's
Alright.
why I wasn't talking to you. No, it's fine.
It's fine. I'll be over
Wasn't
here
talking
being
to you,
quiet.
Okay,
God.
so I've done my personality.
How you guys feeling about the game, the like system so far? I know we haven't played anything, but just from
Nah,
the
it's all
sur-
right.
Can't tell.
surface
tell.
level.
Too early to say, but I'm not overly vibing with it.
Okay. I know
it-
combat's
I
not
think
not
it'll
a
be
huge
all right. I think it would just be better if it had mechs.
thing. The funny thing is, they released the supplement, like the pop sci-fi supplement, like a month ago, which is like Flash Gordon science fiction, you know, like early 30, you know, that era black and white sci-fi kind of world of tomorrow thing. They released that supplement like a month ago on their Kickstarter, or
So
released
happy
it
for
to
them.
the Kickstarter guys. Well, no, I like the fact that this is still, even though they lost the physical book publisher, they're still supporting. They're still keeping the promises of their Kickstarter, because they blew their because this was a Kickstarted game. They blew their goal so far that they got to 3 supplements, and so it's the Arkham horror, I guess not Arkham, what am I trying to say, the Cthulhu-esque horror supplement, the Flash Gordon World of Tomorrow supplement, and then a B-movie drive-in theater themed supplement. So like which I kind of like that B-movie one. That'd be fun to run as like a one-off. But I like the company, because they're that speaks to a good amount of integrity.
Ooh, senses that is. Sorry.
So yeah, you go through your for everybody else that's past that section. Go through your gifts, look at, make sure you've got anything you need to note down, or anything, if there's any specific dice that has to be tied to them. Make sure you've got it listed in your abilities section so that you don't forget what they do. So like for you, Tari, your all your gifts, like if you look through the section is on 52. You're gonna look through them, and they'll have, sometimes they'll have a die that is just associated with them that you're gonna be rolling and everything. So what you're gonna want to do is you want to go through all those,
Hey, Nate.
get them all noted, and then in your abilities section you can put down entries for the gift and keep that text there so that you can refer to it if you need to, because sometimes
Oh, yes.
conditional.
The cameras are mucked up because we don't have Mikey. That's why the cameras are mucked up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go through and sort them all out. So I'll figure something out, don't worry.
Joker, a D4 is bad to have. D4 is the worst die, because the way the system works is a 4 on a die is a success. So a 1, 2, or a 3 are always a failure for that. So a D4 has a 1 in 4 chance of succeeding. A D6 has what's a D6? That's just a straight half. It's 50-50, isn't it? Because it's 4, 5, and a 6.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then D8s are, I don't even know, but yeah.
I'm going to do...
But yeah, D4 is bad to have. The highest you can have, I think, is a D12 and 4 for a single stat. So you can have one. So if you wanted to like upgrade like your D8 stat over multiple games, you could have a D4 and a D12 together as a single roll for one stat, and it can get kind of ridiculous. I think that's the pinnacle.
There you go. Unfortunately, it's just kind of throwing it together.
I don't even see where that person was talking.
Rival has 2 streams up.
I have both up. I wasn't. There. No, I see the Anto. I found him.
I always have 2 streams up.
I usually just have the YouTube chat up.
So Roach,
Yes.
Midge?
Yes.
for my goal is already being a senate like I want to be running for office, but I don't know where I should be in the political landscape.
Well, Midge, I just want to point out, because since you picked that your guy's a senator, it doesn't necessarily mean he's a federal senator.
Yes.
All states have state level government that's a copy of the federal level government. So there is a state. There's a state represented. There are state
Oh,
representatives.
so
and
state senator. So I could be a state senator running for actual senator.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Okay.
so. I think Illinois has state senators.
Or a state senator running for mayor or governor of the city or something. Maybe is that like I just want I want to know what my goal.
Those completely.
Using my
Honestly, Grab.
completely legal and legitimate business ties with certain parts of the community to get where I want. Okay.
Yes.
The Kennedys weren't funded by the mob at all.
Yeah.
Um,
Currently, for example, like the Illinois Senate has 59 seats, only 10 away from the funny number. But oh well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you could be a
senator running for
phone is just a
Congress.
close personal friend.
Yeah, you could be a state
Close
senator running
personal,
for
legitimate
Congress.
businessman friend.
Oh, he could be an
that
alligator. Then he
works.
could be Al Capone.
So I'm going to be a white Bengal tiger as well. So I'm going to be an actual black and white cat.
Oh, the Anto, you're a patron of mine. You actually you're a captain in the regiment.
And mine.
I completely missed that. I don't normally. It's been a while.
Anto's great.
Hey, man.
Well, he lurks on my streams as well. Sorry, my
Yeah.
dude, I'm not streaming tonight.
I was like,
Anto
I
is
knew,
great.
I knew the name. I was like, oh, I know that.
Oh
Where do I know
boy,
that?
I remember you, the Anto. I remember you, buddy.
To be fair, though, I don't
remember
live
you.
stream. I don't live stream, so I don't directly interact with my community almost ever.
Because just as a thing, as my character is, I have campaign buttons, so I need to work out
that
what my
wouldn't
slogan
be
is.
that'd be anachronistic for the time period.
What?
Yeah. That like campaigning like that didn't really come into vogue until
But that's
The-
what it says in my thing. It says campaign buttons.
it did.
Yeah,
I know
that's
that
under
is-
politician.
Huh, I actually do know that is anachronistic. Whatever, but if it's in the game, fine.
Yeah, that's
fine.
what it's telling me. I'm not making
I've
that
got
up,
them.
so-
I've got them. Damn it!
You get campaign buttons. All right. Because I remember it became big, like that kind of thing with like I like Ike was like the one. That's why
Yeah.
why it stayed, is because that was like the
Hello,
first
Red Noodle.
big one.
I have a question for teacher.
Yes. Sorry, I was reading things.
Can you read Sleight of Hand and explain it to me, please?
Is that a gift?
It is a gift.
It's a
Okay,
gift.
give me a second.
It's really
Is it
the roll
Is it a?
speed
It's a
versus-
gift. Is it also a GIF? Maybe that'll explain it better. Sorry, that's just a stupid joke.
Gift.
Roach is another year older, but not another year wiser.
How true that is. You talking about what it means by versus 3?
Yeah.
It's the way the system works is with opposed rolls. Both parties are rolling their die, and how many successes is the number they get. This is an opposed roll, but with a base number of successes to beat 3.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, if you're rolling sleight of hand, which I'm guessing is sleight of hand is you're rolling speed and deceit. So speed and deceit, you're rolling both of those. Which let me just check.
I've only
I'm
got
gonna get an
D6.
example. So speed and deceit. So yeah, you'd only roll your d6, and you're trying to get 3 successes, which is impossible on the die. So that's why you have to
Yes.
use like a gift or something like that. That's
Okay.
like
A distraction
you'd have
by
to-
us going, yeah, look over
Yeah,
here!
yeah, you'd have aid. That's actually a thing. You can provide aid with like a d6 or something like that, and that'll give you extra rolls on the die. That's how
Yeah.
it kind of works. So, but yeah, basically, you by yourself, you are a horrible pickpocket. Like,
So
that's-
we're adding a thing for attacks as well. Yes.
yeah, you're adding weapons because you're putting down the weapon section.
I don't
You're a
have
politician,
weapons,
you
but
have no weapons.
I
He's
a
a tiger.
tiger with brawler, so I have
Oh,
claws and special
Midge,
abilities
you're-
from that.
Gear you don't put there.
Where
Gear
am I
you can
putting
put in
gear?
your inventory tab. There's a whole tab for actual inventory.
Rah. I am a tiger.
Sorry, Midge.
Rah.
I'll have your sheet open so I can guide you a bit better.
So, wait a minute. There's a tiger, a panther,
Yes.
a dog, a fox.
And a wabbit.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna get eaten.
Hey, you're
Picked
surrounded by
rabbit.
carnivores.
Hey, nobody's feral here. See, I haven't put a lot of thought into the world if like actual animals exist, or how
I
that's
like
gonna
the
work.
idea that we're all just walking naked humans.
Let's get into character.
That was it. Oh my god. No,
What
I was
have you
thinking. I was
started,
thinking
bro?
how would that? No, I was thinking
Hold on,
how.
that
I
bad
was
boy.
thinking about how a lot of things in the world would work with anthropomorphic animals. Because I was thinking like, thankfully it's in 1927 right now, so I don't have to work out like what Walt Disney, like the Disney company's doing. Like, is it just a little man?
No,
Mickey?
that Walt Disney is just our version of Hollywood. We have an actual. There's a really famous.
Actually,
mouse
I
called
was
Mickey
thinking-
Mouse.
No, I was thinking Walt Disney like is just a mouse. I was thinking, like before I figured out Walt Disney didn't really exist as an entity right now in the world. I already had like a joke written where it was like some mobster gang. I was like, yeah,
We're
my daughter
Cubans.
wanted to go and wanted to go and watch that mouse thing. Or wanted to go and watch that cartoon. It's really good. That mouse is a genius. It's dropping in that Walt Disney is Mickey.
Yeah, and but it's like, yeah, those Manny the Man cartoons.
Yeah, Manny the Man. Yeah. I think animals exist. It's gonna be weird because, but
The big guy's gonna need something to eat.
yeah. So it's like
We might
feral
just be
cows
evolved
and stuff.
versions of those.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is.
Right. See, this is the thing with the
really
this is the thing about
weird
the furry fandom.
ideology stuff
Yeah,
coming in
that-
here.
Oh,
This,
yeah.
is, this is debates that happen in that fandom. With their
Okay, so I have
sounds.
brawling. You can use the brawling attacks of grapple, pummel, and overbear. Brawling methods are described on page 87.
Yep. That's also
Uh,
where weapons and stuff are listed.
Yeah, so your brawling is grapple, overbear, and pummel
Yeah.
Yeah, he's putting it in.
at
Just got to
close,
that part.
and they are counted at hold.
Yeah. So essentially, Midge, you're going to be putting. You're going to be. Let me know when you start listing them. Basically, what you want to
That
do.
now. That's where I am. That's where I am.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in you're put it for the entry. You're entering in, I guess, like grapple. So it'd be grapple.
Are these going under abilities or are they on this
Weapon.
main skills?
Yes,
Okay.
Bugs Bunny is a stand-up comic. There you go. It's been decided.
So grapple, at symbol, range. So whatever the range is. So it'd be grapple
Close.
at symbol close, is how you're gonna label that. Then, in like parentheses or another thing, you're going to be putting the counter, and you can shorten that by just saying C at symbol H because I think it's
H.
hold, right? For
Yeah.
counter is the hold, yeah. You put that in there, and then it should have like a damage modifier somewhere. It'll be like damage +1. You put that actually in the 0. That's where you're actually gonna do that because that is a +1 to the damage.
No,
result.
that mine. It doesn't have a. It has an effect hold.
Hold on. 87. 87.
87, doesn't it?
Let me just check.
Oh no, yeah, it has a +1 hold drag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's,
you want to put the +1. You want to put the +1 down for the roll and
Okay.
stuff. So you put that, and then you see the attack dice section that says body, will, fighting. Whatever
Yeah.
die you have in your body section, the will and the fighting is going to go on that attack, and that's what you'll roll for the attack. So you would have a D6, a D8,
I have a D and a D4.
and a D4. So you run the gambit.
Okay.
And that's how you input that kind of stuff. So go ahead and
Okay.
just put that. Yeah, and I think that's.
What do I do about those extra bits?
The
hold drag.
hold. I think those
Yeah.
are the effects that can happen, and we can refer to those later. It doesn't really
Yeah.
matter as much. Like we're trying to put the the roll in for right now.
Yeah.
I have to restart my computer soon. Avast is giving me crap. Let's see here. Check there. So yeah, you want to get all your gifts down, all the gifts and stuff. So double check.
I mean, I've put all my gifts in.
Okay.
I
Utari
believe.
hasn't done anything. Gotta light a
Have you
fire
done
under
your-
Utari.
Gift dice rolls and everything.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
No, there isn't any gift dice for my gifts.
Is there not?
No.
Oh.
None of them, really?
It's in specific things. So if
So
an
you
athletics
put it in
check
your.
involves a
Got
jump,
it.
I get an extra D12.
Okay.
So I put
Also,
them in
if you
'cause
wanted-
mine are all there, but I tend to use mine a lot more often.
Yeah. Also, for reference, Red, if you wanted to, if it starts getting cluttered with certain things, you can put text in the red. Like if you click the red dragon symbol on the, like on your gifts, like in the abilities section, you can. There's just an area that
Okay.
pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you wanted to have more detailed descriptors, you can put.
So I
those
just copied
down,
and pasted
like-
across.
I'm
Yeah,
probably
that-
going to probably have things up at the same time as other things.
It's not a red dragon. Oh, it is a dragon still. Okay.
It is a
still
dragon.
It's just
Because this is the official Gothic theme that that Fantasy Grounds came out with. So there's a very distinct lack of themes available for Fantasy Grounds. I've found that you don't have to buy a rule set to get. And yeah, basic soaks. Just make sure you've got the correct like mitigation. There, you might also want to put down with the soak. It'll say like 1/. You might want to put what's after the slash because that's how long it takes to recharge the soak. It could also say like instant, but don't think it's gonna come up. It's kind of weird how varied the artwork in this book is. I was just noticed that. We get that done, and then anything else that has to check. Actions. At least nobody picked Snake for their character. I don't know how that would work descriptor wise, and I didn't want to have to go through that headache for that.
Oh, nice. A D12 when climbing things.
Yeah.
Just
I just climb trees.
Snake, snake, snake. Ah, snake.
I do have diplomacy.
So, for reference, by the way, just to give you guys a thing, they have integrated in here if you want extra experience for the. Essentially, there's very low experience numbers in the game. But for like a new gift or a soak, it's 10 experience points. and they've integrated in with the game is that if you want, if you stay after the game for the debriefing, you get an extra experience point, which is very powerful. So I'm just putting that out there. I don't know if I'm going to keep that.
Well, that's up to you. You just
If
tell
you
us,
finish
"Oh,
a
you can have another
goal,
go."
yeah, if you finish a goal for like, you can get lesser. If you finish goals, you can get bonuses and stuff, and you can get things. So I would recommend like reading the character growth section just so you know how characters grow, because we're going to be probably playing this long enough for us to gain things.
Okay, so I've got my things in. I've got my notes there. Is there anything else I need to do?
Whoops. So I'm just knocking stuff over. Don't worry.
I think I'm done.
Perfectly fine. Everything's okay.
When you say done, do you mean up to date as to where we are, Midge?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Done the. I'm up to all my weapon stuff. Unless there's one thing that you guys have done that I haven't. After that.
Computer turned off. Your computer's turned off.
Oh no, I haven't done the dodge stuff. Dodge rally. I need to add the dodge rally thingy section. 7. What are we calling this?
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
So I'm
Mitch?
just doing the initiative dodge rally section. Do you want those
Oh,
as individual sections or one
No,
amalgam
just
title?
one section, and I just have it labeled other.
Okay.
And then those you'll just input the. You can just put in these.
It does.
Sound like a car.
Rally dodge.
Is there a kangaroo named Rocky that's a professional boxer?
I actually don't know if there's a kangaroo. It seems like
There
there
is
would be
kangaroo.
one.
I think it's animals that are sort of prevalent in America. Hence
Well, that's
why
not
you've
Or
got-
zoos.
There's camels.
Except maybe camels.
Or zoos.
Camels.
There's no
Camels,
kangaroo.
cheetah, anteater.
Your dodge.
I think it's just common ones that they had, like because they've made another game that uses anthropomorphic animals that they got that the company like made most of their money off of, and I think it's like what's it called, Iron Claws. They have the more exotic animals and stuff, and their geckos. Yeah, they don't have
Dodge goes your speed die and your evasion die.
evasion dice. So if you have multiple dice in evasion, you get.
I only have one.
Then you just get the. Because there are some people here that have 4 dice and
My rally
dodge or
is my
shit.
will die and my tactics. Ooh, my rally is good. Because I've also got leadership.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have D12.
so-
with your-
I have a D12, a D8, and tactics. Another D8. 2 D8, 1 D12 for my rally.
I'm just a cowardly wabbit.
And what's initiative is your mind and observation. My mind is a 6 and my observation is a 4.
Once again, Mitch choosing low perception characters.
To be fair, he
No.
made like 7 characters, so who knows?
I had 2 that were like really high perception. The doctor was like, and so was the journalist. Actually, I'm just the doctor.
Give me the news.
What happened to
But-
the weasel that you were wanting to make?
I'm not a weasel. I'm a stoat. Bang. wanted to make a stoat that was using the weasel like archetype. It was just everyone thought he was a weasel, and it was like an angry brawler. I was like, let me at him. But we need a face character.
need a face character.
Helps.
Prefer to have one. Yeah.
It helps.
Fucking
I
helps.
mean, we might not all like each other. Who says we're going to team up?
The DM, because he doesn't have to do 4 different stories.
I mean, I'm a
figure it out.
corrupt politician. I'll be able to hire all of you for something.
Figure something out. So
Okay.
so we got a. So I'm just trying to get in my head what everybody is. So we're
Have you
gonna
got a
to.
motto and a goal, Mitch?
The motto I'm kind of trying to come up with, because it's going to be my campaign slogan.
Personality, dark personality.
But
So
my
we
goal
got-
is I'm running for Congress.
So we got a. We got a rabbit. We got a. Got a rabbit, panther, tiger, fox, and a dog.
Rival is definitely
full
becoming Midge's political hitman.
A good.
If
That's a
he
good. We got a
pays.
good.
Rival is head of security. Thank you very much.
We got a good spread, or we got a good balance there. We got 2 canine and 2 canids and ish, and 2 felinids. Yeah. Well, I mean, one's a fox, and I think that's canine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's close. It's close enough.
It's a cousin of the dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just make sure.
male fox is called a
Utari,
dog.
before you take out your paintbrush again. You got to get all your gifts down, buddy. You got to
I know,
get all those
I
filled
know.
out.
I know.
Painting's
Hold
a
on.
lot more fun than typing, though, Roach.
Rival
I
hides
know.
great
I'm
legacy
I'm gonna be
skills.
paint-
I've got like such a backlog. I
I got.
need to punch out this night. I've got another night, and then I've got 2 Amigas to go after that. Then all my Dark Angels, then my Elves.
Yeah,
need to start
got.
getting them.
I'm almost done with my World War II U.S. paratroopers. I am painting the vehicles now, so I've got a Sherman and a Jeep to paint. They're base coated. I just need to finish. I just need to get to the point where I'm painting them. Rebel hired to break legs and get votes.
Oh,
Oh, I like the Anto's next one. The people
I
can't
like
vote
that
for the
slogan.
That is that going to be your campaign slogan, or maybe maybe that should just be your motto. Maybe.
I'm gonna voting right is Oh no, I need to rephrase that because that might have some weird connotations with 1920s America.
Well, you got to think. Well, I'm just going to say for your campaign slogan, you could tie it into the name because that's pretty common for Midwestern politicians. So you're just the answers with Andrews.
I was gonna
It's
play it on the fact that
stupid,
I'm a Bengal
but-
tiger, and then
See, I don't know how I'm going to work
Let's
in
show
the fact that
Cincinnati
the
how
United
it's done.
States is. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to integrate, or if I'm going to integrate at all the fact that the United States is like super racist right now and how that works. So I don't know if we're going to cover that at all. So I don't.
so
worry about
like
that.
my idea, which is probably an issued slogan. There's gonna be an issue there that I'll say it once and probably change it now. And it was like voting right is as simple as black and white because I was a black and white striped cat. But
No, no.
as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, no.
No.
So
No,
that is a
not
good
for the
point, Dragon
20s.
Warlord. That means that the pandas built the railroad.
See,
Why it
and
took
that's
so long?
the problem with that is the actual canonical history for the game kind of doesn't attribute like nationalities with species. Because it specifically calls out in multiple times one an Irish rabbit, Irish rabbit, an Irish like dog, and an Irish fox. Because Ticonderoga has a lot of Irish gangsters.
All of those could.
Yeah.
If it was an Irish alligator, then
Yeah, that would be
fine.
weird. But
It's an
all of those
Italian.
creatures-
They're also, I'm pretty sure Mussolini's an Italian rabbit.
Again, a creature that's in that country. If it was
Yeah.
an Italian tiger, I'd be a bit weirder.
I just don't think it's supposed to be. I don't think the way they wrote this specifically because they wanted to avoid that kind of a game is they kind of did not attribute nationality with species. You can kind of be whatever you want, and it kind of works because
Rabbits are everywhere.
rabbits
It's
are
almost
everywhere.
like they
That's
breathe
true.
a lot.
Well, they're good at multiplication.
So this sleight of hand, it says roll speed and deceit. It's both the die going there,
It's
right?
confusing.
Yes, it's
No,
both die go
I
in
get
there,
it. You roll the 2 die together against 3, so that's what
and
it
it's
is.
not
It's
just
just,
it's not just. Well, it's not just the 2 die. It's whatever die. The first one is your common trait, and that'll be a single dice that you're rolling. But whatever the deceit, whatever you have in deceit, so you have just 1. So it would be another. It would be just 2. And
got my
when it
marker.
says versus 3, that's 3 successes. Your
yeah.
versus. So you're trying to get double, or you're trying to get more, or you're trying to bring it down. And that's not necessarily a fail succeed. It's just not as good, and there could be like things that are a problem with it. So like,
I've
I
got
think your
my
sleight of
motto.
hand. Oh,
Back the Jack,
back the jack.
because I'm Senator Jack Andrews.
Okay, all right, that could work. Actually, you could theoretically succeed with your sleight of hand, Utari.
Yeah,
'cause
I
you
could.
roll an 8 on your D8, and that's
I
2
could.
successes.
Right, that's dumb. Where's goals again? Because I really haven't really committed to a goal just yet.
There's a list of goals that you could. I mean, there's a list of example goals in
page?
the character creation. Hold on, I'm going back to it. Goal 23. There's a list of them, but you can kind of pick whatever. And make sure you actually have like an idea for these, because if you succeed at these, you actually get things for it. You can get like an extra gift or another soak or something like that. So kind of you can tie it in with your character if you wanted to. So
Maybe my goal is currently too big.
yeah, but smaller goals, if I deem it like super easy, I can give you a lesser reward for it, like just a couple experience points. So it'd be a big thing, but your goal kind of like takes you out of the game. So
No, it doesn't.
Here we go.
No.
Succeed at a big heist.
No, it would, Midge, because this is 1920, and it's the United States. You can't. Air travel to DC isn't necessarily that easy.
True.
So
True. Okay. Win the primaries.
win the primary. Oh, so you're not even like you're trying to become the
Yeah.
candidate. So you're not even a
Yeah.
candidate yet. Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
That become the candidate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Candidate. Oh, words.
Though 1927, so that means you're starting pretty early, because that would be 1928. It would be the next, because it'd be an even.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm campaigning for next year.
Right, that'll work. Yeah, it's American. Yeah, that kind of works. It's the American political system.
Starting my stump speech is a year early.
Run on more oppression and less freedoms. Yeah, that's the funny thing is, some politicians that are basically like that. Go far enough, Mitch begins running for president.
Yeah.
I start making you guys corrupt White House chiefs of staff.
Yeah. I mean, the goal of this game is it's a filler game, but I don't necessarily want it to just be like a one and done, or like a 3 and done. I want it to last.
It
a
is a
little
lot of
while,
preparation for a one shot.
Yeah, for a one shot. Yeah, I would just give you characters for a one shot for a game like this. But no,
How much more have we got to do?
As far as I can tell, I'm just double checking. I don't think you have anything extra for soaks, so I think at that point you're done with the character creation. Though I would suggest maybe trying to figure out how your characters fit together, because it's a complex.
Well, we already know how I fit
noir
with Midge's character.
I've had.
Same with me.
I mean, I've,
You know, Watergate. It's not the first time it's happened.
no, it's my thing is.
Watergate
I've-
didn't involve an assassin. It just involved somebody taping things. But
Look,
No, it
sometimes
involved
when you've
people not taping things, it involved people breaking into convention centers and stuff
to
like
place, true.
that.
Chloe and
The
I are probably
taping thing was he
professional
taped his office.
That's true.
He
yeah,
taped his office. The
was giving us
break-ins were where they were stealing things.
Yeah, to be fair, the people did break in.
That is true,
And
Draken. This
yeah,
is the,
it kind of looking back on the actual evidence, he did not necessarily condone or have knowledge it was going on. The problem was that he tried to cover for them when he did find out.
Yeah, Draken, this is before the 2-term limit was implemented. That would be after FDR died. Was when that went through. Because he's the one that broke the system. So yeah, try and figure out how your characters kind of integrate together. If you have any more questions about the setting itself, specifics, I can answer that to kind of give you an idea. I just say double check that your character sheet is filled out correctly. That you got everything listed. And I would suggest, read the rule book. In the ensuing couple of weeks. Bits and pieces. Or at least
I haven't
one
read
of
Moogle
you
for
read
that.
the rule book. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, I could be running for
'Cause-
governor if it
'cause-
keeps me in the area.
Yeah, if you want to, you can run for governor. You could make it a little bit more closer. You could just be running for mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be like a councilman right now or something like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can level myself down if it, yeah.
Maybe here's an alternative: keep your state senatorship. Have it that you're running for re-election on the basis of you now want to be the state senate majority leader.
There are a lot of options how you want to run your character, if it's going to be high or low in the political spectrum. Though I would say this is technically an amalgam of, this is like kind of a stand-in for Chicago, and one of the biggest things about Chicago was corrupt politicians during Prohibition,
Yeah.
and how they fit in with the mob scene.
Yeah, that's
So,
the Kennedys definitely weren't funded by the mob. Yes.
big white Russians. Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, the Russian white movement, quite a lot of them at this point were dispersed now, and there was a big. There's actually a fairly large amount of I forget what they're called, but white Russia, like former Russian whites that Russian whites is wrong. White Russian, white Russians is a string. Whatever.
Russian whites does work.
Russian whites that had immigrated to the United States at the time, and not necessarily in Illinois, which Chicago is set in, but Ticonderoga could be anywhere. But they did go to a lot of the places in like the northern, like Midwest area, like all around the Great Lakes. There was a somewhat large population of them. So that was the thing. But yeah, that's about it really. There's no like buying things. You don't have money. You got that from your character bits.
That's all I've got is a fancy suit and some buttons.
I got a fancy suit and a sneaky suit. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have because you're.
How does like buying things work in this then?
I mean, you're gainfully employed, right? As an individual, Midge, because you're a governor or whatever.
I work for myself.
And for yourself. So we would it'd be more role playing based. I mean, the thing about this system is that it's not a rules light system when it comes to like combat or certain things like that. It's detailed, but in a lot of other things, they really cut down on the paperwork that needs to be kept for things like money and stuff like that. I mean, you can get an item that has money in it, and we could work through that. But I'm fairly certain there's no like. I don't think you just get money. I'm pretty sure that's a thing that's not. It's not there. I can check though, if you want. I can search.
I just want to know what more, if I have any more than some buttons, you know.
My name is Lena Lapin, and if you know the French for rabbit,
Oh god, you're Lena the rabbit.
I am.
Lena the rabbit.
Well, Lapin is rabbit.
Could be
Yeah.
worse. You could be Hill. If anyone knows the origin of that.
I do not.
It's based on the fact that there are languages where it was the Welsh or the Brythonics that called a place the Fair Hill. It was just, they gave it a proper name, and then the Anglo-Saxons came along and were like, oh, what'd you call that? what's the name of that place over there? And they said the Welsh word for hill. So they called it that hill, or the Saxon version of hill. Then the Vikings came along there. What do you call that place? And then the Saxons were just like, oh, said the name plus hill. And then the Vikings were like, okay. So they said the hill in Anglo-Saxon and Welsh, and then added on the Viking hill. So it became like.
Well,
hold
there's a
on,
lot
let me
of
find-
there's a lot of that around there because I know the Sahara Desert is just desert, and there's a lot of that kind of around.
Well, it's the Yucatan Peninsula.
It's peninsula.
It's-
Yeah, I know.
No, it's not peninsula. It's
hill.
not
Or-
It's not
no.
peninsula. It's great. It's Yucatan means I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's
true.
what. So the response to where is this place was I don't know what you're saying. They went Yucatan.
Ah. Yeah, it's tourism.
Here we go.
For reference,
Hill. Hill.
Hill. But it's like the
for
River X
reference,
and things. That's River.
yeah, for reference, there's a gift called wealth, and it allows you to produce lots of money once per episode, which is an episode is a stretch of time. I'm just trying to find here money. So I'm trying to find specific pricing and money. We can't list pricing for everything. For one thing, urban jungle takes place anywhere between the Gilded Age of 1901 to the post-war boom of 1950. Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of disparity in interest rates and prices around that time. Great Depression that drives prices down in between. So you get from the beginning of the century, $2. Okay. Yeah. Pricing tiers. So there are 5 tiers for items: cheap, affordable, expensive, extravagant, and prescribed. Prescribed is things that are controlled by the law, so like a machine gun. The higher the tier, the more money. Prescribed weapons get you in trouble if they were found with them. Even with that Second Amendment. Machine guns. Not necessarily.
That's not a machine gun. It's just a typewriter.
What do you mean? It's in a violin case. Of course it's a violin.
Cheap items can't be resold. Affordable and expensive items can be sold for 20% value. Extravagant items at full price. Prescribed items you can't sell. You can sell their free set 5% of their listed value. And if you can find somebody to buy them at all. Crafting, fixing your own stuff. Okay. I'm trying to see. Fixing your own stuff. There's a sample items and prices list on 110. It starts on page 110. Trying to find the list of destroyed objects, strange visibility. Trying to get that. Seems an odd place to have money listed. Trying to look through it. Money's on page 109. As far as I can tell, you will actually have to get money
Okay.
and have a job. So maybe think about actually you have a career. So think about what's last time you've got stuff like that. Run it by me. We'll kind of figure out.
So I've got to try and work out the average salary of a career politician in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see how this is a problem, Midge. I don't see how this is a problem.
Plus corruption.
Why are you being
level.
difficult? Why are you being difficult? Yeah, everybody knows that.
How close are you to Alligator Capone?
I hate you so much.
I thought of it. You should hate us both.
Well, my kind of goal for the story is because I've decided instead of being the rich background, I went for the famous background. So I was an up and coming young politician that was backed by others to get into office to overthrow some of the rich people that they didn't have control of anymore. So I'm a puppet. And now I'm trying to use that leap up and somewhat unpuppet. Yeah.
Unpuppet Ace himself.
I'm waiting for like one of the mobs to be run by like a shrew, like a tiny little like dormouse named like.
Oh, okay.
With a big,
so for
you got
reference, by
to
the
go
way.
see the big cheese, and he just turns around in the chair and it's a little mouse. I
I feel
can't
like
wait
that's
for.
in a film.
Probably is.
Is it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
There's
surprised.
also
Maybe a
a
Disney film or
video
something
game.
like that.
it might be.
That
is it
has
a-
mafia rats.
For reference,
That
by the
was,
way,
in a-
Oh, now you mention that, Red, I do recognize that in my head.
for reference, by the way, just reading the rules. Prescribed items, prescribed items would be things like silence pistols, sawn-off shotguns, full auto machine guns, things like that.
Oh, it's in
Sneaky
Zootopia.
suits.
It's the
Sneaky
moles.
suits. The thing is, because we're playing in 1927, the Firearms Act of 1934 hadn't been passed, so silenced pistols, sawn-off shotguns, full auto Tommy guns were legal
Yeah, of course they were.
to own. Yeah, doesn't necessarily mean you won't be looked at and you can't brandish them publicly, because why would you have a machine gun, sir? Things like that. But I mean, you won't get a felony charge if found with them, as long as they were legally bought. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no like you don't start with money, or at least you don't start with like a set amount of money. So just kind of if you're
We'll talk about it
giving,
with you. Once we figure out backstory
Yeah.
a bit, we'll talk to you.
yeah, because I don't think Rival's gonna have like. I think you're gonna have to have like a cover job or something.
That's why I said he could be hired for me, but hired by me as head of security.
Yeah, something like that. So you might have a little bit of cash on you. But yeah, that's that's a thing. So if you have any other questions, yeah, go ahead. It's kind of that. And there's also an outfit section that'll list things on page 108 PDF. So
Okay.
yeah, I'd also recommend actually downloading the PDF so you have a copy on your actual
Already
hard
have.
We
drive.
already had.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Are we done?
Basically, yeah. There's nothing else I can think of that's holding you here, except for your love for me.
Right, see you later.
I'm gonna bounce on that.
That's what I
I am
thought.
gonna go.
It's okay.
Right,
Have
so
a good
that's
one,
what we're going
guys.
to call it for today, guys. Thank you to Roach for walking us through this wonderful character creation process. He's not happy with me right now.
Roach,
So-
do you want a backstory for this, by the way? As in, just before that's the thing. Do you want character backstory?
I would prefer, yeah, if you have like a little backstory for your characters and stuff like that. Yeah, write it
Mhm.
down, or I mean, come up with it. You have maybe 2 months, or a month and a half, or a month. It's like you.
I'll finish the first line, probably.
It honestly depends on what we do with Riffle-On's story.
I've been
depends on how-
trying desperately to like write a freaking script for the last 2 months, and I've got possibly a line.
Oh, I know what you're feeling. I'm trying to write a hobby script for a series, like for a hobby series I'm doing, like because I got the camera, like the
Yeah.
really expensive camera to film things. I can't come up with the script.
I've got
I know
to
what you mean.
try and find a way to. I've got loads of things to do, and I've just had some more issues
should-
thrown in my face. So
Should
gonna be
probably
great.
also come up with a descriptor, like because we want to as soon as possible get all the characters, like descriptions of the characters together, and hawk it at an artist. like just hawk it right in their face, and so they'll draw it. So we got some art for this. So you'll have that. I'll have a map of the city to kind of give you a reference on the city soon. I'm gonna have to come up with a style for 1920s guide maps. I gotta look those up. And yeah, that'll be, like I said, probably got about shortest a month, longest 2 months before we're gonna be starting the game. So come up with the backstory, come up with your reference, either if you have an image or just, descripting reference for your character, and then we'll get it all together for a commission for the art. And
Okey-doke.
we might split it again or pay for it. Depends on what they charge.
So that's it then. We're all done. To everybody who is out there still, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for Roach for actually setting this all up for the next. I still want to say D&D stream, but
Tabletop stream.
Tabletop.
stream. Thanks to Midgeman above me, this gorgeous speck of manliness with his new haircut. I was gonna you put your tweet out. I actually saw it. I was gonna send back. Oh my god, that haircut's got a midge growing out of it. Oh no, don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah.
Red Moogle over that way, and Utari Unzo just here.
And
Until
Mikey
next time.
isn't with us right
Yeah,
now.
well, Mikey left, so he doesn't get an exit. It's his own fault. He should have been here. And he made me call him Sugar Daddy, and I'm not going to do that. Till next time, see you later. Bye.
Bye.